Good evening, and I do apologise for being a bit late, but like I say, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties because a few of the and there's reverb. Oh shit! Let's find out where this reverb is coming from.
You sound good over here.
Yeah, I'll turn it off on the other side. Right, that should be better. Is that better now? Yeah, there's no reverb. Right, right, we can go. Jesus Christ! Oh dear. Why is it whenever you want to like do something on here, then things just pop up at the last minute and you're like, oh, here we go again. And no, I don't normally use Edge at all. And I should have like tested it out, like doing a private stream or something, but sod it. It adds more fun to it, doesn't it? But so how are both of you, all right?
Yeah, we're good.
Mr. Bites?
Oh, hello. I thought you were talking to. I thought you were talking to the edge guy.
Hello, Mr. Edge Guy. Are you all right?
Yeah.
He's not in a talkative mood. Gobshite.
Rated R superstar.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the edge.
And no, we're not drunk. We're just
Well, I am. But
okay. My bad.
Because I need to be drunk for this.
No, stop being bitchy.
Pass the booze.
I can pass you my mineral water. Will that do?
That'll do. That'll kind of dilute a little bit, maybe.
I could spike it with some pistachios and some Oasis,
yeah.
maybe.
But... that's definitely for Roy's right to wake him up.
Goodness sake.
Pistachios and barbers will make it for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I don't know about pistachios with everyone, and it will certainly get rambunctious in here, won't it? But hey, it's what it is. Well, today's stream is going to be about talking about the NHS and social care and well-being, mental health, stuff like that, and see how it's gotten from lockdown to now. And I did find one of my old videos where I was talking about it, and there was like a surprise during that video, which I didn't think would be there, which after I've done my live, it will premiere, and obviously it'll be put there, and it might shut somebody up. Then again, I think that's visual thinking, actually, but it's another bit of proof, to say the least, to shut somebody up anyway. But I think we'll leave that topic there. I was going to how different is it, say, in the States over the past year? Say, let's be kind. Let's say a year rather than put it right back to lockdown, because obviously lockdown was obviously hard for everyone, but the past year we've all been out of lockdown, so I don't think they've really got any excuse, and they've been throwing money at the situation. So right, so you live in America, so hello.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for somebody to... I'm not used to that edge. I thought you were... I don't know who you're talking to at the time. You talking to people on the edge or YouTube? I'm getting confused. I need mental help here.
No, sorry, I'm not a doctor.
We get you pistachio, so you're good. You're good.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, okay.
I think I'm just going to let the cat take over this stream.
Poor kid. What did he ever do to you?
She actually does know how to type a little bit, obviously, because of what she's done to my laptop over the past here and there. Anyway, the past few months when I've been out and I've come back and things have like been put on public when they shouldn't have.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I can tell you about the healthcare system.
Pussy.
I can definitely tell you about the healthcare system. A lot of you people, I'm over 70 years old. I'm an old fart.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. With a lot of knowledge, what I've seen in the past. In my younger days, we used to have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's still around. But the problem was, it was very convenient. I mean, if you got sick, you walked in, they took care of you, you signed a signature, you walked out, everything was free. Everything.
I thought you talked about Iron Shields. I thought that was more your era, but hey.
No, I've never heard of that one. No, it's called Blue Cross Blue Shield.
No, if you think about it, medieval.
Mm-hmm. It does sound like it's evil.
No, I said medieval.
So it just things are very.
I got you.
Why is it with Americans and banter? I don't understand. Jesus Christ.
Please give me some pills. I need some meds here. She's killing me over here.
I don't mean that literal because I've been accused of being some right awful things lately, but damn.
I'm still trying to learn the language. I mean, like, I guess in England, we say Z here, but you say zebra.
No, well, we actually say zebra.
Zebra. Doggone it, zebra. Yeah.
Zebra.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, but
I'll still get the lingo. I'll get it yet. You mark my words.
So you don't understand the language, but you speak English. English is English.
You know. Okay. Dan, it's your turn to talk to her. Oh, but anyway.
Somebody else said now. I just want to address this quickly now. Having a few people up on panel like from the start, it's because they actually want to say stuff, and people want to be part of your panel. It's got nothing to do with support. I have done plenty of live streams on my own. I don't mind doing live streams on my own. So what is the absolute crack with that? Ridiculous thing to say, because I can go through the amount of lives I've actually done on my own without any support whatsoever, and it does not bother me. And I don't have to be banned from StreamYards to do it either. It's an option. I can do one or the other. It doesn't bother me in that way. But having other people's opinions does help in this situation. Well, I thought, and take it from there. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it?
Besides that, I don't get paid. Right, Katie?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got paid intravenously through pistachios.
Yeah, you want to watch what you say, because that can be misconstrued. You don't want people to start thinking that you were some kind of addict or something. I mean,
Pistachio addict.
I mean, yes. Obviously, there's nothing wrong if you have addictions and stuff, but
we all have to have an addiction somehow.
Oh, vices, yeah. Addiction's probably the wrong word, isn't it? But vices is probably more socially acceptable word to. Who knows? So how is everyone in?
Is that something to eat?
Eddie can be chef tonight, so I really cannot be bothered.
We'll be up a bowl of pistachios, will you please?
Okay. There you
go.
Yeah, please don't get too rambunctious on here. But
I'm thirsty. Hold on, I'm drinking water.
And Roy's doing that. What the
fuck? The actual live I found, Clint, was I don't know whether you remember this one, where we were supposed to do it together, and you sort of like forgot the time. That one, that was funny and embarrassing. And yeah, people were asking me about sex addiction and
Yeah, that happened. That happened. Yeah.
was I addicted
He's
to
porking out
porn
now.
and stuff like that? And I'm like, oh Jesus! And it broke out like that because that isn't obviously the reason I'm going to use that lie, but because it was like 2 years ago now.
Damn.
And I listened to it beforehand, and I thought, you know, because there is a big bit of it where I do discuss a certain topic which has been brought up recently by another person, which, like I said, will be addressed, but that's another issue. Yeah, it's exactly. I mean, I remember one of my lives. I don't think it was the same live because I didn't like listen to all of it, but somebody brought up something about if I went into Argos and what I'm trying to remember exactly what was said. Would you be able to answer the questions about like how hard the mattress is like for sex and stuff like that? And I said, well, why don't you put that question to customer services and see what you get? Because they're asking me about, you know, all kinds of mattresses and stuff like that. And I'm like, how the hell would I know for a start? I mean, wow. So hopefully it's not on that one because that is just like such a bad point to bring up. But I suppose if it's on that one, I could just mute it out. But oh dear.
Well, I found out what.
That was a lively live stream, all right, but it was quite funny in places. But you will get to see it later on because it is relevant.
I found out one thing about mattresses.
Only one thing, and you're 70. Okay,
yeah.
Go on then.
If it squeaks, you oil it.
Yeah. Okay.
It can be very bubbly.
Explain. How can like
with every
a
squeak,
mattress?
you have a bubble.
What as in a laugh or a literal bubble? Because that's a double meaning in Ireland, isn't it?
No, it's just
having
bubbles.
a bubble with someone is having a laugh, or a bubble can mean a bubble.
It's where you get the phrase bubbles and squeak.
Huh. I mean, how has it gone from medical care to this anyway? I mean, I don't think you get this in hospital beds, but I bloody well hope not. That would be damn annoying, wouldn't it, if you was in hospital and every time you moved, you get a squeaky bed. I mean, I think everyone would be trying to kill you in the night or something to shut you up.
It hurts when the spring hits your butt too when it breaks.
I've never had that happen to me, actually. But I'll take your word for it. I'm just getting visuals now of like springs hitting me up the jack seat. Ow.
How can you explain that to? Well, that's why you're in a hospital. How can you explain that to your doctor when he sees it?
You better bloody not. I've gone in with some injuries and they've like looked at me thinking, hey up, this looks a bit dodgy, but no, it hasn't been any kind of those injuries, but yeah, it
could be worse. You could be going onto a bicycle, like without any saddle. So.
Oh no, no, and effing no.
You know what? This channel's really been helping me out. I like this physical therapy thing here. Thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Physical therapy. Ouch. For a woman. Jesus. No. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, my doctor's already said I'm not allowed to use any kind of bicycle or anything because that is too much lips. But doing it without a saddle as well. I think that may spark up some injuries, which is going to like kill me over. Not literally, but actually, it might if I do enough damage to it. Because if you're like, what have you done to my work I've done on you? And then really go nuts. He's a bit of a funny one like that, but
it's nice to see. It's like going
hey,
out on
D. Johns.
you know.
Oh, D John's here. Hey, D John,
Yeah,
I love you.
How are you,
Bella's
darling?
here as well.
Oh, hi, Belle. So I'm like making sure that my cat does not attack me and missing off the chat. Goodness sake. And my cat keeps on pulling my toes. That's a game of the week. Pulling at my toes for some strange reason. She's never done that before, but all of a sudden she's doing it. Let's put this link out anyway and take tonight from. Oh, it's all different over on this side to what it's like on when you use Chrome compared to this. Ooh, okay. Getting used to this slightly, but
Well, say hi to Belle and tell her.
I did Atlanta say hi to you. I said hello as soon as you come in, so I did say hi. You can rewind the stream, and I definitely said hi. But the other two didn't, so yeah, they are bastards. I agree.
That 12B.
I said hello.
Yeah,
I said hello, Chef.
Yeah, but he wanted you to be specific because he's being grumpy today, obviously, or you are, whichever.
Well, he is always fucking grumpy anyway. So.
He needs pistachios. That's all. Make him day.
Yeah, he needs a good helping of pistachio.
Or something else. And I'm not being specific on that one because he will catch my drift. He will catch my drift. So, Belle, D. Johnson, Atlanta, and all the other people that are in here. I can't even bloody scroll up enough. I should go into StreamYards really and do it from there. Oh, and Clint. Jesus Christ. How's Max, Clint? Is she all right? Hopefully so, because it's like I haven't like been live properly for quite a bit, and has it been delivered? In a way, it has been because I wanted to avoid certain dramas and stuff, and I've been putting premieres up instead, so you can talk to the chat, but it's not alive. Just sort of like see where the dust lied and all of that, because certain people have been making promises and not sticking to them. Like saying, oh, if you don't talk about me, I won't talk about you sort of situation. Well, that didn't last very long of that certain person because earning up every single day, bringing up names, mainly mine. And yeah. I hadn't said anything for 2 weeks at all, deliberately to see what would happen. And obviously I had other things to do. You know, it's not, my life isn't all about YouTube. You know, I've got other things on, you know, like family and stuff like that. I actually like spend time with my children.
No, I have nothing to do. So I mean, why would I get a mention? That's.
I mean,
what are you saying about me is a complete lie.
I didn't know whether I haven't like heard because I thought I'm not listening to any of this crap anymore. I mean, it's what I've been played by certain people, and it's like, okay, bloody hell, here we go again. So why is it people can't just stick to what they say?
Yeah.
You know, because it does affect people's mental well-being and all of that, which is, you know, what we're going to be going into today anyway. So this is like a bit like a shortcut to that, really, because drama every stream is not the way to go. I don't think.
No, nobody wins at the end of the day.
Well, apart from YouTube.
Hmm.
YouTube do, because they get paid regardless, and then more and more people tune into it, and then they make more money, and people make up more. I don't know, stock accounts, stuff like that. I mean, so I don't use socks myself, as in sock accounts. I mean, obviously I use socks, as in the ones you put on your feet. But you have to be specific at the moment. Oh, hi, Marshall. Well, there's a few in it. Oh, now my dog's like throwing toys at my head. Jesus Christ. Yeah, has a knack of doing that. When I put my music one up the other day, he started throwing toys at me like immediately, and I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. Lucky I wasn't actually mixing at the time, because that would have been hideous. Thinking like, being on your decks and that, and your dog's like throwing toys, and that would have like provoked the cats into playing as well, and they probably would have jumped on my decks, and so we're gonna have to plan that one out carefully when I do a live stream like that. But it's finding music that I can use that I will not get copywritten for, because there's some DJs I can use, but it is a lot faster than what you guys would probably want to hear. So it's hearing back from other DJs that I can prove that I've got permission, because people just do it out of spite, wouldn't they? You going to jump up, Marshall?
I gave him the link.
Oh, I did post it myself. Actually, I might as well pin the bloody thing. I thought I did do that, but maybe not.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I did put it out, but did I pin it? It doesn't come up on a.
I don't think you pinned it. No.
Oh no, hang on.
It's through what you call it, YouTube. That's why you pinned it.
That's why I was getting reverb, because the bloody volume was up on my other one, and it was down on one side and up on the other. For goodness sake. Oh, we'll get used to this one day, I suppose. Right, let's pin it.
Well, if you don't know how to run it, just ask me. I'll show you.
Oh, bollocks to that! Excuse my language, but I think I think Leo would probably be able to do it better, and that isn't me being offensive to you. It's just like, no offense, but you're terrible at computers, absolutely terrible. And
does this mean I don't get paid?
No.
No. Oh, possibly. Who knows? I mean, you guys in the chat, if you like, can like mention like stuff that you've had happen, like good and bad, in regards to hospitals and care and all of that. Yeah, the thing is, like, what is the average waiting time in Ireland, say, for an outpatient's appointment at the moment, and for the USA, would you say?
Well, in Ireland, it's anywhere between 12 hours and...
What for an outpatient's appointment?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's quick.
And like 16 hours if it's through the night.
Oh, no. That's A&E. Outpatients is where you go and see like a physio or a specialist.
Outpatient. Well, like if it's A&E, or if it's outpatients, like you're talking about an hour and a half, maybe. At the very longest,
Wow. So how does that work then? Because this is interesting to me, because you would obviously go to your GP first, and then he or she would do a referral, and then within an hour and a half you can go to the hospital and see a specialist.
Yeah.
And that's not private.
I would be over here. Like a specialist is worth 250.
I thought HSC was the same as the NHS, but
HSE, yeah, it is. Like, I mean, it's fundamentally owned by that company, NHS.
But you have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it.
I didn't. So, pardon me, I didn't realise that. My bad then, because I thought you had the same as us, but it was just under a different name.
Like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like the amount of the price that, like, normally if you go into any GP, that they would give you like 50 quid a pop, you know. But like the hospitals, that they would actually charge you 100 quid.
So what in fact is, say, if you're on, say, like our equivalent of the DWP benefits, then what happens then?
Well, we have was it not social assistance. It's
But they have to be reasonable with you. They can't, because you don't get paid that much, do you? This is what I'm saying. This is why it's interesting to for you to say it. Like,
so if you get let's say what's it again? If you get as like if you're on the medical card, like if you get a medical card, then there's a certain percentage that you can give. Like you would have to pay for the whole lot, but like you get it back through social welfare. I think that's how it works.
okay. You think, okay, so that must take time though, surely.
It does.
So just say, for example, because I know, like, the amount of money that you would say get paid and somebody that's unemployed over here would be probably about the same, because the UK and Ireland are normally about the same on like those kinds of things, aren't they?
Mm.
So you literally have to decide whether you want to eat that week or go and get checked out at the doctors or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Or obviously or pay insurance, but even that would be.
Yeah, it's a fucked up system.
I would certainly say so. So that's probably why a lot of you guys would probably go over to the north, wouldn't you, if you really needed treatment? Or doesn't it work like that for you guys? I mean, it's obviously when I come over to Ireland, if I stay for a while, I'm going to need to know this stuff. So
yeah, I like they give you no support at all. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a resident or not. They give you no support at all.
So you've literally been just trying. I don't want to sound like too bad here, but towards the government or anything, you don't.
Oh, be at your worst with our government. Trust me.
Well, I'm gonna be slaughtering hours in a minute. Yeah, on yours. But So you've been screwed over in regards to housing, screwed over in regards to medical care, screwed over in regards to like the cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
You don't get like any support for like addictions. You've got like really no support for mental
There's
health.
support for addictions already, yeah.
Oh, I don't mean like you go into a clinic and they dosing you up on methadone. I don't mean that support. I mean like proper support.
Oh, there's no proper support at all.
Because I mean, I don't know whether you guys have had this.
It's like what Wright is going through with his medical stuff. You know? Like
Yeah, because
they
I know how it works like in the States a little bit more because
yeah,
it's talked about a lot more in the States than it is in Ireland, I suppose,
yeah.
in a way. But I'm just sitting back like shocked for a moment that your government would literally do that, strangling its own country.
Yeah.
And for what gain? Apart from licking the EU's arse, but that's another matter entirely.
Well, not just because of that. It's to line their own pockets.
Well, but we all know it. We all know the MPs and that are into backhanders and all that. We all know that. I mean,
they're as fucking corrupt as they come.
it was like, I mean, I heard some of the Tory conference, and I nearly spewed on my laptop when they were talking. I mean, I'd like, are these guys like being for real here? And there was one woman going on about fighting. You know, she wasn't being specific about fighting about what. She's just saying we have to fight. You know, everyone has to go into the streets and fight, and we have to do this and fight. And it's like, what, you want to riot in the streets just for the sheer hell of it for no reason? Weird. Very, very weird, lady. I didn't actually catch the beginning of her speech, but didn't actually catch her name either, and that was nuts in what she was saying, and it was like enticing people to go out and do that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know, people could certainly take that well out of context.
Yeah,
I don't think that's not what she meant, obviously, because that'd be just well, she'd get arrested for a start, because you can't like go around inciting people to like violence and all of that sort of stuff. My God.
I mean, sure, there was an incident over here. I can't think of the lady's name, but like whereby like now she actually said this under the protection of the fucking of the guards, right? And she said she actually said that this country is the most safest place to walk anywhere. It doesn't matter where you. And with that being said, then there was like someone got stabbed in the fucking street. And with that being said,
stabbed in the street. Ugh. Knife crime.
Yeah, this place is the safest place in the world. My earth.
Well, I wouldn't say the safest, but there are, you know, worse countries to live in. Probably what they meant, but didn't say it very well. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but maybe, I don't know. But wow, that is not the best thing, is it, to be like that?
No, it's pathetic, really.
Well, I would certainly say so. I mean, obviously, knife crime, we can go into that on another live, because that is a whole other subject that.
Like, I mean, like there's actually women getting raped in the street. Like,
I'm well aware.
With you say, oh well, this is the safest place in the world. My arse is it.
Well, she's obviously not had anything like that happen to her. And I mean,
Like there was there was another incident. It was actually on the north side of Dublin. Like like it was in a shopping mall, and there was this unvetted security guard. He approached this girl and started groping her and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, why?
I, I thought all security guards had to have those cards that have to be on display at all times. It's over in the UK, but
he was unvetted, and that's entirely up to the shopping mall, like manager.
Oh,
Like that's it. That's the type of shit that goes on over here. Well, it's not stated in the news.
That does not surprise me. I do apologise if you can hear that noise. It's I've got lots of foxes outside. They're either having sex or having a fight, one or the other. It's literally right outside my window, and it's like really high pitched. So if you can hear that, I do apologise, but there's loads of them around here, and you can't get rid of the noise, unfortunately. And that's through double glazing. So,
Well, they like you, Vix. That's why they come.
I don't mind foxes actually as they go. They're quite interesting creatures, but
they take surprisingly they take cat food.
I know. I try not to feed them like all the time, but if I see like younger ones that haven't got parents around and they look as though they need food, then I will like feed them for a little bit, but until they're big enough to like, you know, survive and all of that.
Mm.
I won't do it all the time because the amount of foxes around here, I'd have like a lineup going outside my house. Like next, it'd be like a Mackie D's for foxes, but obviously without the McDonald's food, they'd have cat food instead. I don't think my cats would be too chuffed because I'd be giving away their food, but who knows? Crazy, isn't it? But so you would say then your town, say in the past year, has gotten from, but it wasn't really, I don't want to say bad to worse, but it is bad to worse, isn't it?
Yeah, it pretty much is, yeah.
I mean, would you say that's the same for where you are, rights or not? In regards to like
you know
all
me.
kinds of things. I do, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know me well about that, and I study nothing but about what's going on. And I'll tell you exactly where this is coming from. It's coming from the WEF, World Economical Forum, the Great Reset.
Klaus himself.
Yes, Klaus Schwab. Yes. Now, all these unelected people come from nations to the Davos, Switzerland, to listen to his bullshit. The Green New Deal. The bottom line is the Green New Deal is not just getting rid of the animals that fart or eat consumption food. They're talking about us, American people, European people, South American people. We are the carbon base. We are the fart movers. They want to get rid of us. They want to kill 6 to 7 billion people. And they're doing it slowly. But the bad thing is about it, because they're doing it so slowly, people will even die for freedom and democracy that we never had. It's just a big facade, this freedom and democracy. They're slowly taking our freedoms away. They're not asking us. They're telling us. They're demanding us, commanding us to listen to them. They destroyed our healthcare system purposely. This is the reason why they're destroying the gas prices, the reason why food prices are going up, because they want to eliminate it slowly. But people will still be indoctrinated because we're like that in school, be indoctrinated to listen to the bell, just like a workplace. You listen to the bell, you stop working, or you stop to go to lunch. Well, it's all been indoctrination. And this has all happened purposely. This is why I went into the military, because I thought I was doing it for freedom and democracy, which is a bunch of bull. And the best thing in the world for anybody to do is go in the military, and you'll see inside how the government really works. And they're demented. They're crazy people.
Well,
They're there for themselves.
the actual, you just touched upon literally about what one of the things that I was going to like highlight, and it's actually Rishi Sunak talking. Obviously, that's not him talking, because that's like, my Rishi, you changed, and that this wasn't the lady that was going on about fighting. This is another lady talking, but it goes on to say about what does Rishi Sunak mean exactly when he says he would challenge the status quo and take a new approach to net zero. His headline speech for the Tory party conference spoke about the sense of responsibility that his party feels for the environment, but simultaneously he is arguing that his policies will end and it says in brackets, make-believe war on motorists. And while cancelling the Manchester part of the HS2 and building roads may feel like a lovely thing to do for a small group of drivers, it will potentially lead to all sorts of environmental problems elsewhere. And then it goes on to say, cancelling high-speed rail to build more roads is not just a betrayal of the promise to level up the north, but also a weakening by stealth of net zero policies. Transport produced 24% of the UK's total emissions in 2020 and remains the largest emitting sector in the UK. Encouraging more traffic will only increase these emissions and make the country more unpleasant and polluted to live in. This is for a start, we already know that building more roads means more traffic. Study after study has shown the way in which traffic grows to meet the available space, and 5 years after any road is built, traffic volume has increased and congestion is what it was originally. And I mean, I don't know whether you want to like hear what he says.
Is to have the courage to change direction. And that they and their generation can grow up smoke-free. We will also bring forward measures to restrict the availability of vapes to our children, looking at flavours, packaging, displays and disposable vapes. If we want to change the direction of our country and to build a better future, nothing is more important than making our education system the best it can be. We will introduce the new rigorous, knowledge-rich, advanced British standard, which will bring together A-levels and T-levels into a new single qualification for our school leavers. All students will study some form of maths and English to 18 with extra help for those who struggle most. In our country, no child should be left behind. There is an undeniable sense that politics just doesn't work the way it should. We've had 30 years of a political system which incentivizes the easy decision, not the right one. It doesn't have to be this way. Conference, our mission is to fundamentally change our country.
Do you guys believe a word of that? Because I certainly do not.
No.
One thing about a politician, they can tell you anything, but there's no documentation. They only give you just a little sample of what they're talking about, but they don't go in depth on how they're going to do it.
The actual thing is, though, before he became prime minister, he was the chancellor of this country for many years. So he was the one that put out all this money. So it's his fault.
The chancellor or the chancer?
The chancellor of the exchequer. That was his job before. So it was his job to, like, approve the money for HS2 and all of that. So he did all of
or
that.
is he a chancer?
Well, he certainly is a chancellor now. Yeah, exactly. But it goes on to say.
So instead of being a chancellor, he was a chancer.
Also, he's I mean, I haven't seen pictures of his wife. I mean, she may be beautiful, she may not be. That doesn't matter. But she wasn't paying taxes when he was chancellor, and she comes from, she's a billionaire type family, and she wasn't even paying taxes in this country. So are you telling me that she was married to him and not being in this country, sleeping with her husband? Come on now. No, I don't believe that for 1 minute.
But the bad thing about it is, DJ, people believe in it. When you buy a car, you just look at it and say, wow, I want to buy that car. Or do you actually investigate it? Documentation on it. How many miles? What's the wheels? What's the wheel size? How long does it last? This guy just gives you just a sample of what he's going to do, but he's not telling you exactly how he's going to do it.
No, there isn't a consensus on how he's going to do all this, because all this net zero stuff is not doable, because you'd have to get every single country in the world to agree to it, and that's never going to happen. So it's just loads and loads of stealth taxes like ULEZ, and I get the congestion charge to a degree, but that ULEZ, I don't agree with it at all.
They are eventually going to get it all together. They want a one world order with AI to control everybody. This is the bottom line. They want to put a chip in your hand, an RFID chip. Put you in a 15-minute city so they can keep an eye on you. Now, if I call a 15-minute city a concentration camp, would you live in one?
Of course not, but
they're going to make it sound beautiful. Oh, 15-minute city, man, you don't need a car. You got everything accessible. Just a way of rounding you up.
But say, for example, 15 minutes in certain parts of London. Do you know how many people that would actually be, and the actual facilities that would have to entail? That's not doable. In certain areas of the UK, okay, you could probably do it, but other parts, like with the big cities, absolutely you can't do that. It's just too many people and not enough resources and schools and all of that. So it's not feasible.
That's why they want to eliminate 6 to 7 billion people. There's 8 billion people on this planet right now. This is the truth. I have documentation on it on Rumble. I showed everybody about it, that they actually want to eliminate, kill 6 to 7 billion people.
I mean, it says underneath, it says, we all know it means more air pollution and less land for green spaces and housing, which it's always going on about housing and that we need this, that and the other, which, I mean, that just goes against all of that. Sunak's approach means continuing to burn fossil fuels for longer and delaying the changes needed for our planet and future economy. He has promised that the UK will start to meet its climate targets, all while refusing to say how it will be done. He presumably knows by the time they come around, he will have long departed the world stage. The Chancellor, now Jeremy Hunt, summed up the government's views on the environment by choosing to fly from London to Manchester on a flight that took half an hour. His team said initially he decided to fly because he had an appointment meeting with the Japanese ambassador on Sunday morning, but then told the BBC that he thought his train had been cancelled. So, goodness sake. I know BBC take it with a pinch of salt, but wow.
Here's the deal, DJ, and everybody should agree with this. When we get in wars, you know, these so-called leaders get us into wars. Who goes out there and fights? We do, the worker bees. They sit back and they laugh their ass off. Meanwhile, we're going to war, they're thinning out the herd, and these corporations that they're in bed with get money because they make military equipment. They don't get hurt at all. Just like this guy. They want this great reset, you know, Clean Air Act. They're not going to hurt. They're going to fly. They're going to have all the free access of life. Why everybody else hurts? And this is the bottom line. They want this clean new deal. Well, if they do, shut down all the corporations, all the manufacturers, all over the world. Then I'll believe you. Don't be flying, you know, where everybody else is going to be sitting in a 15-minute city and can't go beyond the borders.
Nice.
Did I blow you away? Didn't mean to.
No. It's not that. It's, all of this stuff just contradicts each other, and it's just like, if you sit and like put it all together, it just like blows my mind because it is not feasible. So if somebody tells you they're going to be doing all of this stuff and it's not physically possible, then it's making you wonder, well, how are they going to do it? And, you know, and that worries me. It worries, you know, me for generations to come as well and stuff like that. It's and I think that's one of the reasons why they're making it so difficult in regards to medical care and social care.
The best way to hurt government is through their wallet. And the only reason you could do, or the only way you can do that, is to get off the grid of government. Be dependent on yourself as much as you can. Growing a garden would help you out considerably, where you wouldn't have to pay that processed poisonous food they give us. You know, that would really hurt the stores and everything else. They would like, wow, you know, just like that beer commercial with that Budweiser, where they boycotted them.
Yeah.
Now they're hurt. You know, if people would do something like that.
It was Bud. Eddie's right. It was Bud Light. I mean, I don't drink, but I remember that. And
it killed them. It killed that company.
And it was Ben and Jerry's as well. They boycotted them for a while, did they? Didn't they? A little while back.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was some sort of.
And if people would do that against the government, just stop paying as much as they can tax. Oh, that would hurt them. I mean, people buy the damnedest things. You know, like the phones come out. Oh, I got to buy the first ones. Then they find out there's a defection to it, defectiveness in the phone. You know, I don't. If I can't pay it in cash, I don't buy it. That's just the way I am. I don't get myself in debt, and because of it, right now, I'm pretty well comfortable right now. I have no debts.
I'm the same. Like I've no. Like I don't do. Simple as that.
The word government, the actual meaning of government here in America, if they really look it up in Google, is called mind control. And that's the word of government. They can look that up in Google. The actual meaning of government. The government is there to make it's a business, what it is, the government is. And the only way they can survive is taxes. And people are like, wow, I'm working 2 jobs, but I'm not making any money. I wonder why, because the government's stealing off you.
Oh, you're
Just like
saying
Gannon said.
to his missus. Okay.
Yeah, that's his family.
You're a beautiful family. Look, I didn't think for 1 minute, I wasn't like attacking his family or anything like that. But what I was actually saying was, she should have been paying taxes from when she was over here and her husband was doing a job over here and all that. That they should stop these loopholes for
They won't.
people that.
They won't do it.
No, I know you are curious about like what his family looked like. Like what his
They're
wife.
thieves.
No, I knew he had kids and all of that, but I'm not really like interested in him too much. But yeah, he's RPM, but to me, he's unelected. So
No, he just got in under the radar, and I agree with you.
no, there wasn't really a choice, and it wasn't a democratic choice, was it?
No,
Even their own party could not.
I mean,
It's crazy.
and that's the thing. It doesn't matter what country you're in. Like you don't get the voting anymore.
Which is, what is the point in having a system set up where you can, be democratic if they won't allow you to be democratic?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as freedom or democracy. They made us think there was. They don't ask us for anything. They just make the commands and the demands. They call it rules. We have no say so.
True. I mean, you might want to see this. This was the other thing that I wanted to show as well, because I don't know whether you guys agree with it or not, but this story, I don't normally like look at any like thing like mainstream, really, because I'd sort of like take it with a pinch of salt. I prefer alternative, but this caught my eye. Whether you can see that, it says formula milk is now regularly being rationed by baby banks as they try and cope with a surge in the numbers of families struggling to afford to feed their babies. And it says in May, Sky News, which, okay, they're not the best, but this is where it's come from. But it's obviously, I have looked into it a bit and it is legit. It reveals the desperate measures parents are taking to feed their babies due to the rising cost of formula milk in the shops. And it says that on the sign, you're only allowed to take 1 tin of formula, which, what if you've got twins or triplets? Then what? That would not last 5 minutes. We learned that families are resorting to stealing formula, buying it on the black market, foraging on Facebook Marketplace, watering down milk, or substituting condensed milk for formula. Now, I've actually, spoken to, medics about this, though that can be quite, I don't want to say the word dangerous, but that isn't built for their stomach to be drinking that. But people are desperate, Says baby banks across the nation are now reporting increasing and sustainable levels of demand for baby essentials and huge frustration about the lack of government intervention. High Peak Baby Bank in Derbyshire has to restrict families to 3 tubs a month, which I'm just casting my mind back. I mean, I did breastfeed for a while, but I had to stop. So formula feed does not last very long at all. So Sebi's Corner in Barnet, North London, described heartbreaking conversations it has to have with families when it can't help them. Hartlepool Baby Bank said, we've had to implement restrictions for the first time in our history to keep up with demand. And it says, what will I say to the next family that comes along desperately in need of formula? Grow Baby in Swindon also now rations families to 1 tub of formula per family per week. And it goes on to say that this woman hates the fact that a maternity pay from her job combined with her partner's wages still doesn't enable them to afford all the essentials for their baby. You know, I can go on to like play what's, because there is a, oh no, that's what I certainly don't want to know about that. Goodness sake. Nope. I click on stuff on this thing. I'm not used to using it, but that's an advert. No, it's not going to, oh, it will.
Feel ashamed that they can't afford milk for their babies.
Please help. Don't sit there and judge and look and ponder. Just do it.
I pray for the formula, for the wipes, for this size of nappies that we're short on. God, may this come in today so we can get it out. Amen.
Amen.
At this church in Swindon, they pray for formula milk because they know there isn't enough for everyone in the queue. The fairest thing to do now is to ration it.
When that table empties out, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking, great, what will I say to the next family that comes in desperately in need of formula? And I can say, I'm so sorry, we've just run out. What happens to them then?
With a fucking smile on their face as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, you still have the fucking smile.
I wouldn't be smiling.
Ivy's mum, Kayla, can't quite believe she's at the church baby bank. She's on maternity leave from her job. Her partner works, but they still struggle to keep up with the cost of formula.
Literally,
Now, where's the government?
it makes
Where's
me
your
feel
government to help them
so
out?
angry and
I agree.
irritated that parents are forced to feel ashamed that they can't afford milk for their babies and that the government aren't listening. They're not doing anything.
What would you say
There it
to
is.
someone who is in a position to make a difference with this?
Help. Please help. Don't sit there and judge and look and ponder. Just do it. It's as simple as that.
In Scotland, they are examining whether struggling families can be given cash to help out. But in the rest of the UK, there's little change.
We do cover Newcastle, but by far our biggest areas are Gateshead and Sunderland and South Tyneside.
In the northeast of England, we were invited to join the first meeting of a new movement to bring the nation's baby banks together.
These people aren't a number. These are families, these are children.
I mean, we're talking about things that every child should just have a standard. There's this vast need in the UK, but it's just always under the radar.
It feels quite fragile, the whole safety net that you all provide.
Yeah, it is. It is. We are seeing families who would otherwise have never come into a service like this. We're supporting social workers and health visitors and midwives who are there at the core to support families. It wasn't long ago we were all clapping for them on the doorstep, and then they come into a food bank and a baby bank to provide for their own families. This just shouldn't be happening. By working with the Alliance, and one of the things I'm hoping to get from this is taking it further, taking it to the policymakers, the decision makers, because when the prevention happens, you'll see a change in the community in terms of the response that's needed.
The Westminster government insists they are providing significant support to families. But the UK's baby banks and the parents they're trying to help would disagree.
There's your genocide right there. That's how it starts.
When that story caught my eye, I was like, whoa. You know, because when my children were younger, they actually gave out milk tokens. So why can't they just do that again, that you could take milk tokens to a supermarket and get baby milk that way?
They don't want to. They want to get rid of us. You got to depend on yourself. The government is not going to do a thing for us at all. They're there just to rape us by our money, our taxes. We're worker bees. If we die tomorrow, oh well, we got a younger generation could be worker bees.
He's right.
And
He's
that's all.
right. You can't rely on it. I mean, since the dawn of time, like since when have we ever trusted government?
Say that again, Eddie.
Since the dawn of time, when have we ever trusted government?
Which is just giving people more and more of a reason not to.
Well, what it was is that when we were like pioneers, we lived off the land, the government came in and says, hey, you pay your taxes, we'll give you roads, schools, stores, and they got us hooked into it. So now we're dependent on government, and the corporations are making money. Now when they take everything away, what are you going to do? Oh my God, panic. Start fighting in the streets, start stealing, and then comes martial law. Then when comes martial law, comes control. And that's what they want. This is why I'm going to try to get off the grid as much as I can. I don't want nothing to do with government anymore. People who believe in freedom and democracy, enjoy yourselves. I'm done with it.
It's easier said than done. We spoke about this briefly the other day, didn't we, about off the grid stuff? And for countries like mine and Eddie's, for example, because of the amount of the lack of space and the amount of people there are, there's not a lot of room to be able to do that. And because of the amount, and I don't want to make this about migration and all of that and immigration, because that is another subject entirely, but that's not helping the situation. I mean, maybe it will in the long run, because eventually they will be paying taxes and whatever, but short term, no, because of the cost in the hotels and all of that. So, and it's happening everywhere. It's happening in your country.
Yep, it's purposely because of WEF, World Economic Forum. That's what's starting all this stuff.
Yeah, you've been watching We've Got a Problem recently, haven't you, right? So you do like that channel now.
Yeah, I do.
He says it how it is, doesn't he?
He's good. Any information I can get, I will. But regardless, if you do something you know what the bottom line is, what's going to happen to all of us. Because they don't care. They don't care about us at all. We're just numbers, that's all. Worker bees. And if they got to starve us to get their agenda across so they can get more resources for themselves, and that's the bottom line is they want it all for themselves, not us. We done used our freedoms for these people. In other words, we're useless to them now. They got AI coming in, robots taking our... Oh, the big three. I heard yesterday, the three automotive, Chevy, Chrysler, Fords, they're on strike right now. And they already told them, it says, hey, we don't care more or less, because eventually what's going to happen is the EV cars are going to take your jobs. You won't need no oil filter, no motor, no parts. So we're not going to need you anymore. So that's another deal's coming up.
Yeah, I accidentally, I was coming round from having a bad head, and I've never listened to this channel before, but it came up, and it was an interview with Trump and this lady, and what I can remember of the conversation, they were actually talking about this very thing that, what was it he said? All of these new jobs with the electric cars and that are going to come from China. So all of the jobs for the car manufacturers in your country are going to be gone.
Yep.
And a lot of the jobs are going to be decimated because it's all going to be done via China.
Yep. And guess who's the biggest polluter in the world? China, India.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got a Clean Air Act. We got to clean this Air Act. Yeah, okay. It's all total control. One world order is coming up. And people, all have to do is just go out there and check on YouTube. It's all there. From CBDC, central bank digital currency, to 15-minute cities, to eliminating 6 to 7 billion people. It's all there. All they have to do is look for it. It's right there, black and white, and they're telling you right in front of you, laughing at us. And people are scared to death about elections. And all these election people know what's going on anyway, but they're not saying anything. The news knows what's going on, and they're not saying nothing. They're creating chaos so you don't see it. You're concentrating on, wow, look what's going on right now.
It's sleight of hand, as I
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
This is the
exactly
bottom
what
line.
it is. Sleight of hand.
I mean, people don't want to stick. We don't need government. We have us. We can support ourselves. We don't need government. We don't need a nanny. Excuse the expression, sucking on their tit. You know, it's sour. We don't need it.
Oh, you could have said the word teat instead, but hey, right.
Oh, sorry. What's teat? What did you say? Tit?
Teat is like you know what you'd put in a baby's bottle.
Oh, nipple. Okay.
Teething.
A teat.
Oh, teeth. Oh, teething.
No, teat. T-E-A-T. A teat.
Teeth. I never heard of that one. Okay. I heard of pacifier. Is that what you mean?
No, that would be a dummy.
Oh, he's lined you up for that one. Oh my god. Absolutely went in. 100%.
One for DJ. One for DJ.
You actually do call them dummies. I'm not lying there.
Really?
He
Oh.
absolutely lined you up.
They call them dummies. Okay, I'll have to remember that one. Oh, they call them dummies.
We do.
Well, yeah, we call them pacifiers. Sure, I never. Pass me that dummy, will you, dummy? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did walk into that one, and it's like, oh, I've got. And
Wow.
it's not a slang word either. It's a legitimate word over here.
I'm scared of talking to you anymore.
And you know what the funny thing is, we call them dummies as well.
Exactly.
Whatever happened to pacifier? We call them pacifiers over here instead of dummies. Oh wow.
Well, I know. Like you call glasses over there, like eyeglasses.
Or bifocals.
No,
Yeah, for bifocals. Yeah.
They actually call them eyeglasses. Where else are they going to go? You know.
Well, we call them
I
cheaters
can
too.
think of a few places, but hey, that's a bit rude.
Like we call them prescription windscreens, but there you go.
Prescription range screen. Gee, that's the difference in language means the same thing, but it's different.
Prescription windscreens.
Prescription windscreen.
Right, he's taking the Michael out of you, for goodness sake.
I know.
Oh, he's slapping
these bloody Americans, I tell you.
Yeah.
I'll toss a pistachio at them.
I actually thought I would sit here back, just sit back and see if he actually took in what you said, and then he said it. No, he's not going to actually tell that you actually winding him up and having a bit of banter with him. And I thought,
Hell, I don't know. A person in Ireland can talk so fast he'd be cussing at me and I'll be smiling at him. I wouldn't know.
Oh, you're half Irish. Oh,
well, yeah, but I don't know the language. I mean, they talk so fast. Really? I mean, yeah.
Eddie actually doesn't. He's
I'm
one
trying to
of the
figure.
clever ones in regards to speech.
One of the good ones.
Yeah, he is. I can understand him. I just don't know which half I'm Irish. Is it the bottom part or the upper part?
I would probably say the actual fingernails and toenails. I don't know.
Well, my thing isn't turned green yet, so I guess it's the upper part.
Or probably the butt part.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay, back to the.
The actual windy, the actual windy parts.
To the luck of the Irish.
I think you are going to need some luck because because you know the English are a lot worse. Well, I wouldn't say worse about ripping the. I was going to say the P word then, but I thought no, I stopped myself. I'm trying to like tone my language down a little bit because you know we do have to respect our elders in here after all.
That's right. Respect your elders with me. That's right.
Can we take notes for what the elders have said?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to. We're going to have to take notes, break it down, and maybe say it a couple of times that he understands it, and then say it again just for good measure.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what gobshite was at. I thought it was something you ate.
If you're not down with that.
Well, I suppose you could eat them if you was like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, well, yeah. Wow.
I mean, I thought it would be a little bit obvious when you break it down what that word would mean, but maybe not. Like say any words you don't understand, just ask, myself, Eddie, Marshall, any Brits or Irish will tell you exactly what time of day it is. We don't mind in giving you guys some education.
I looked up gobshite in Google, and it says talk to DJ.
No. Then I can quite nasty.
She knows it all. Yeah, she knows it. Yeah, okay. I'll ask her. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Are you like saying I'm a know-it-all, or are you like trying to be like?
No, that's what Google says. Yeah, that's what Google says.
Oh, no, you're passing the buck to Google. You want me to blame them, do you?
No, it more or less says, want to know the English. The real true English, talk to DJ.
True English.
Yeah.
Well,
Which it is.
Well,
actually, gobshite is an original from the Irish slang.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm half and half, so yeah, you still can understand what it means.
So there's a bit of an education for you.
Well, when I do come over, and it will be good at sort out some medical stuff, but as soon as that's sorted out, then I may be saying more slang than I don't know. Hopefully, I won't pick up too much. Otherwise, it's going to be bad in a way because people over here won't understand what I'm saying.
Well, every time I talk to you, I learn more and more, and Eddie too. I learn more and more, and it helps. It does. I remember the first time I tried to listen to you, I went, "What the heck? Beautiful voice."
That's why we give you pistachios as a reward. He said.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You understand.
I actually do remember that you was over in my channel. This was quite a while back, and Saint City Limerick came in, and you like shut the heck up straight away. You were like lost, and I don't blame you to some degree because I have to really hear what he's saying sometimes because he does speak really fast in comparison to a lot of the Irish. And you really do have to listen quite carefully to what he's saying. But at that point, he was, I think, cutting down on I don't think he'd stopped drinking at that point. So he was a little bit slurred as well. And it was quite entertaining in that way. Obviously not entertaining because of Limerick himself. That's not what I meant. But It's just the way that you just didn't have a clue. You're like, Vix, translate, please.
You remember? I don't know whether you remember this, Vix, but you remember the stand-up comedian Lee Mack?
I don't think I've heard of the guy, to be honest.
Yeah, he has Irish descendants, but like he's fundamentally English. But
Okay.
but he does this skit, right? It's kind of like what Hale and Pace done back in the day, and
Oh, right. Okay, like that.
Harry Enfield type of stuff. But
Yes, some of that could be quite funny. Other times, not so much. But yeah, I get you.
If you look this guy up, you'll see Lee Mack as the jockey. Like, now you compare that to the likes of my voice or any other Irish voice ever, right? You'll find that Lee Mack actually speaks faster than we do.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you hear him doing that skit, like you'll see that like he actually speaks faster.
I'm just wondering, like, when I do, hopefully, like, meet my dad and that, to find out how fast he talks, because I might not be able to understand a word he says.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. It'd be like talking to me, like, come again. I shouldn't have a problem, because I mean, I'm pretty good with the Irish accents now all over Ireland, because I talk to quite a lot of people from all over the country, and it is interesting. That they all have different terminologies for different parts of Ireland, and it's like it's like the same from over here.
Yeah, there's subtle nuances. I mean, it's very much like the States are like in England, right? Yet you have certain nuances of like let's say Birmingham, like lingo type of stuff.
Or in the USA, you have the Southern drawl, for example.
Yeah, like you have Southern, and then you have like Nantucket type of stuff, and then
in Canada you just have maple syrup.
you do, yeah.
Yeah, you get very messy over there, but that's just the way it is.
Actually, they're more known for the cinnamon and a dish called poutine.
Yeah, I was just being a bit of a wanker, but hey.
Yeah. So,
and I don't mean literal, by the way.
Oh, that's allowed. I mean, everyone has a pedal and crank every now and then.
Jesus. I didn't mean it in that terminology, but hey.
It's just not a spectator's part.
Well, it depends if your partner's with you or not. Then it is,
or as Royce would say, joking around.
I ain't touching that one.
That's what your wife says.
No.
Oh, I'm kidding about your wife, obviously.
I'm not worried about that. You know that. I can take anything. Don't bother me.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to say that was going to come out of my mouth.
We know what you do, Jordan and I.
Well, I was going to say something, but no, I better not say that, because that could be taken really badly by.
Well, I could have followed up.
Both hands.
I could have followed up on it.
He doesn't need an excuse for the spider for that one.
I like to ask you guys something. Since both you guys are there from Ireland and the other one from UK.
The other one.
Well, you know what I mean. Well, I should say, I should say a little bit different. Both of you two. How's that?
The other
I
one.
know. I'm a gut shot. I know.
Yeah, we know.
You're an
Have you-
idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I would
Have
say
you-
so.
Have you noticed that your food is getting smaller? I was shopping with my wife 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and
Start bragging about the fucking broccoli and the fucking cabbage.
well, I'm talking about like sweet things. I don't eat sweet.
We're not gonna have that, right?
Every single packet of food is getting, the weight is getting small. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
okay. It is
has
going
been-
over here too. Okay, over here too. Yeah, that's it.
It has been for the past 18 months.
I just started noticing it over here because I don't look at the sweet section that often. And I just looked at it. Wow, look at that snowball. Like that thing's small.
I'm not surprised you're diabetic. So why would you be in the sweet counter? Naughty,
Well,
naughty.
No, my wife. I don't eat. My wife does it. She gets a donut now and her cookies. I don't eat them.
Oh, blame it on the wife.
Right? No, I don't eat them really. I'd rather drink vinegar than I would sweets. Seriously,
Ew.
I'm not a sweet tooth. I mean, I'll eat sweets now and then, very rarely.
Drinking vinegar?
Yeah, I drink vinegar. A little glass of vinegar. Apple cider, to be exact.
I was going to say, I know you don't drink alcohol, but surely there's like better stuff to drink than vinegar. Ooh.
I like the taste of vinegar. I do. I like it. I put it on my salads and I put a lot of it in. But I noticed that the sweets that they're getting smaller. The size and the cereal boxes are getting smaller. I'm like, wow. So that's telling you something's going on.
Yeah, it's
Even the cans.
in regards to the sweets and that, because of the sugar tax, it's like gone through the roof. Well, that's what they say, and I'm not so sure about it now, but a year ago, definitely that it went through the roof, and they were substituting it for other stuff, and people were complaining about the taste of food and that combined with if you've ever caught the C condition, as in no, as in the Kung flu, say.
Oh.
That C word, not the C word or the big C or oh dear. Were you allowed to say?
Can you elaborate a little bit more about the big C?
I don't mean a cup size, you dirty git.
That's the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I just.
Will you two get your heads out the gutter, for goodness sake? Are you saying I'm bad?
I'm moving on from the dirty subject to the Pacific Ocean. That's all.
And I cannot tell a lie. Gannon started with the pistachio.
You actually like the motion of the ocean, don't you? That's why your mind went there.
You won't say no to that, but anyway.
Oh, come off it. People already bloody saying in chats that we were bloody getting married and we're together and that. You're not making these rumors any easier, are you? Goodness sake.
Well, you're already with someone, so, man,
It is what it is, but people don't like see that or whatever, but my private life is my private life now, so I'm keeping that.
What I say to those people is, need to know,
Well, nobody does need to know, in my opinion,
They don't need, I mean, it's your choice if you want to tell them or not. But There you go.
I'm going to keep that to me, and I'm going to keep it like that, and
Yeah. It's
none of anyone else's business but mine.
Yeah, it's a Chuckle Brother situation.
So anyway, back to the food.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So
food.
yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, there's no reason in the world why anybody should be shortage of anything. Seriously, it's just a big game. It's a big
I've
game.
always agreed with that.
Hmm.
I've always agreed with that anyway. And wait, what is wrong with like a bartering system and all of that? With countries rather than using hard cash, if you like. It used to work like many years ago. Why can't that work now in this situation? Why does it always have to come down to money when you can use a bartering system instead of it? Why
Well,
is
again,
it that two parties can't come to an agreement without the government getting involved in it being about cash? Because it's not about that.
well, you put it this way: the person who owns your energy, water, food, medical, education, and transportation owns the world, controls you, and this is what they want. They themselves will not hurt. We will. They'll eat the best of everything. We won't. They'll have the best medical. We won't. They'll have transportation on the taxpayer's dime. We won't. It's all a game. They're stingy, they're greedy, and they're killers.
A quick detail from that, because you just like maybe remember something that you said recently. Do you want to explain to like people in chat and that, because people might not know, because I didn't see it anywhere on this platform or advertising that about what happened in Cali recently.
What happened in where?
Cali, as in the buses. The electric buses.
Oh yeah, over in California. I'll see if I can find that damn thing. In California, they had 8 buses that cost $1 million each. Every one of them burned down.
I mean, 8 million nicker, and the buses blew up. I mean,
burned down. Yeah.
Same difference.
There were transportation buses for public for driving around the streets, and all 8 of them burned down, which is kind of funny. That's why I was asking DJs that happened over there, and she said no.
Yeah.
So,
well, Eddie can attest to this. How quiet are our buses over here, Eddie? Seriously.
Yeah, it's fairly quiet actually.
Yeah, because it's part electric, part petroleum or diesel.
Over here, over here, there's a strike like about the like there's a certain area that they don't want to go into, and like they're being forced to go into it.
Do you want to elaborate?
Well, basically, the bus drivers are getting attacked, so that's why they're going out on strike and saying
what do you mean? What do you mean by attack? Like physically attacked, or like attacked with their wages?
Like physically attacked.
For what? Money or just being mean?
I mean, he's saying physically attacked, as in like a punch-up situation.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, is it because of money they're fighting, or just because they want to fight? Or both.
Is it the public can't afford to get on the buses, so they're taking out on the drive? Maybe is it that, or
it could be that. I don't know the full story, but they
look into that.
But
that is not on.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure you heard of it, like of the town called Tala.
Yes, where Mr. Ronan lives.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It's it's around that particular parts of the world, and like the bus drivers don't want to go into it.
I'm right back. I'm going to see if I can find that article for you, and I'll come right back. Okay, about that California bus.
All right, darling.
All right, I'm right back.
I mean, you've got to feel for those drivers. I mean, well, I mean, they don't fix the prices of it, so it's got nothing to do with them directly. So why take it out on them? That's nuts, isn't it? Wow.
It's just people out there.
It's not even being discussed over here. So okay.
Like it's just. I mean, a lot. Like it's just people out their head, basically. You know.
Oh, so are they like blaming on people with addictions, like doing this, or
Probably. As I say, I don't know the full story, so I can't like elaborate further. But like that's just. I mean,
wow?
as much as I'm telling you, like that's about all I know.
It's not happening over here, as far as I'm aware. That yeah, our public transport. Well, you was over here when our public transport was striking. But that was overpay. That wasn't to do with violence or anything like that.
Like from another bus driver, I believe it's about that as well. Like it's about pay.
Well, things like that normally are to a degree, but actual physical harm. I mean, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty out there.
You would think though that people don't leave bus drivers alone because there's not normally cash on buses. Is there any? I don't know whether it's like that for you, but like over here, that they don't take cash on buses, so there's no real reason to attack the drivers in a way.
Well, it's very it's a kind of a like it's one of them coin systems, you know, where you put it down. Like they like.
So it's a bit like the Oyster card or a bank card or something like that. Same as over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a leave card.
Right. Okay.
Like, and you have the Oyster card.
So it's still like a pay-as-you-go thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I still don't understand then why bus drivers are being physically assaulted. That's nuts.
And I believe I would have shown you that card as well.
I think you did actually when you come over, and because what we were discussing about, explaining to you how the Oyster card system worked, and I think you showed me it then.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you pay for the card, like, which is like €5, £5, and then like you get like you top it up with like a certain amount, and then away you go. You're off for the week. Like you don't have to pay onto it. Like you just say where you're going. There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
So over there, like, does it cap at a certain amount? So like for a day, you can go like wherever, and you don't have to pay any more money than that, or not?
Oh no, there's no cap to it. Like, I mean, you can go anywhere and everywhere, like for a whole week. Like,
so it's not a daily thing; it's a weekly. Right, okay, that's where it's different.
Yeah.
But what if you don't need it for the week?
If you don't need it, then I mean, obviously it's still stored on that card. So, as I say, you can go anywhere and everywhere, like for as long as you want.
This is what I was explaining to
Now, in saying that, right, if you pay like a certain amount, it's 150. It would be 150 now, like to get onto the bus, like dearer than what you're paying on that particular card.
So it's gone up quite a bit then for you guys.
Yeah. So like I pay considerably less.
But €1.50 is quite a big increase.
Yeah.
And how have they justified that?
But by being a lot more reasonable as regards to these lead cards, like like as I say,
Right, I get you.
You don't like if you once you have a lead card, like you're fine, you know. And that's if you're, of course, under the age of 65.
Yeah. So how does it work for?
OIP is like like our people that have like are vulnerable and special needs. They
So what happens in regards to disabled over in Ireland?
well, that disabled that they get on for nothing.
Same as here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Did you manage to find it, or?
Yeah, I did find it. However, they only said one bus. They didn't say 8 buses this time. They said one bus. It's the same bus that I'd seen on the video, on TV rather.
Mm-hmm.
But they only said one bus, but there was 8 buses. And I think they're trying to keep it quiet. But yeah, it's the same bus.
I would think 8 million nicker is now we say nicker as in slang for pounds, but it's dollars for you. But you actually get the what I'm saying, because obviously, like you've heard the word knickers, so I don't want it to be confused with that. So
I'm wearing them.
What your wife's or somebody else's?
No, I'm wearing them.
and he tells me that they're very silky.
How do I look? Honestly, how do I look?
You look gorge.
Yeah, but anyway, they did.
Hopefully, you're not slipping out the side.
There, let me tuck it in. Close your eyes.
They were already closed, but hey.
I'm going to look a little bit more, but it's the same bus, exactly the same bus, but they only had one this time. One bus, and I know better than that because I remember them saying 8 and went, wow. So I'll try to find a video for you.
Yeah, because you actually told me on the day and you did say 8 to me. So
yeah, and they only showed one bus burning. 2 mechanics were working on it. Like, oh, come on now. You said 8 before, now it's only 1. I'm going to try to find it just to prove myself. If I can find it, I'll get it for you.
Okay. You can do whatever you like.
They always make a liar out of me.
No, of course not, because you actually showed me some documentation on it, but
no, the news is always making a liar out of me.
I think that was they were when you started to show me something, and my head I had to drop down quickly, and then it changed obviously now since then.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, one bus. It's the same bus, exactly the same color, the same design, but now they only said one bus. I said, what? Yeah.
Why on earth would Cali only buy one bus when they all had the same design?
I don't know. I don't. Then they said the 2 mechanics were working out when this happened. I went, okay. So they showed. I can show you the video of that one, but I can't show you the videos of the 8 one. That they. I'll find it.
I'm sure you will, because you wouldn't have come to me like later on, like asking me about how London buses are and what they're made out of and how they run and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will concern me because I didn't know what happened over there or not, you know.
No. No.
So it was done purposely over here then. That's what it was.
Purposely by whom do you think?
Making money, making more money. Insurance
No.
jobs.
Who?
They're like that over here in America.
Hmm.
They get money from the government and it folds up. You know, the rich people get richer. So it's a game.
It's the same all over the world, but
Mm-hmm.
they were just lucky there's nobody on them at the time.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
could have been deadly.
Yeah. Well, I'll just sit here and I'll listen to you two talk. I'll wear my knickers and listen to you. Dear, can you pass me a razor blade, please, to shave my legs?
Oh dear.
Didn't know this was kind of going to be quite a show, eh?
We'll get Barbara to give you a hand.
Barbara wouldn't use her hands.
I know.
She would be upside down doing other things.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I have a question. If they call knickers for ladies lingerie, what do they call for men's underwear?
Boxer shorts or pants?
Okay, boxer shorts. We got that over here, but they call them
pants.
Shorts.
No, pants. Or
Pants?
Yeah, pants.
Well, I could just imagine me walking out with my pants. They'd arrest me in no time.
We actually use the word trousers rather than.
No, you guys call it long johns.
Oh, long johns. Yeah, those are really warm too. Very warm.
Well, long johns are long johns, but
You know,
it all depends on like the cut and all of that, and to what you'd call them.
well, you know, they got emergency buttons in the back.
Oh, I'm getting visuals of something else now. Oh, yeah. Of a certain video the other day of a certain person talking about somebody else, and I'm like, oh dear.
Now who's in the gutter now?
No. I don't mean anything like sexual or anything. That's not what I had in my head at all. About having to get to the bathroom quickly, that kind of situation. The story about that, and that just.
Uh-oh. We lose her? Do we lose DJ?
Probably. Did we lose her?
I think we did. We better go on a commercial here break. You know that? So we can get her back. Hello, everybody. This is Rights for Vets. This is brought to you by Hemorrhoid Cream. Does your butt itch? Do you put your butt on the floor and scratch? Don't worry. We got
RVD.
This is paid by the DJ identification. Yeah, she lost it.
Yeah. Probably one of our cats jumped on the panel.
I hate when that happens. Nice and quiet.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm liking this. Hey, we start our own panel. You know that? Don't tell DJ.
Yeah, say no.
We'll make millions.
Trillions. Evil.
Hold on, folks. DJ will be up here in just a short.
Yeah, technical difficulties at the moment.
Did she pay you by credit card so she can come up here or what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I get half.
Yeah, you get the pistachios, so I get the credit card.
Wow, such a deal. Wow. Great working with you.
You can't beat that deal, can you?
Yeah. I don't know what happened to her. So anyway, people, in America, and probably a lot of people are listening to us. There's two types of medical. One is universal health care, which we already have. It's called VA hospital. And one is called private care. Now, people want universal care. Oh, I can't wait till the government takes control of universal care. The problem is, there's a big problem there. There's two different types of medical, and universal care and private care. Universal care, doctors have qualified immunity to do whatever they want to do to you and get away with it with no accountability. If a doctor from a private care physician screws up, you can sue the sucker because he has medical insurance. Therefore, he's more acceptable to watching out what he does to his patients, where VA don't give a damn because you have to go through the federal government. Oh, there she is. Hello.
I do know what happened there, but I'll go over to it. It rushed
Welcome
on
back.
the edge. That's probably why I don't use the bloody thing. Let's go over to there and make sure it's closed down because it will like come back up and then it will start reverb again and it will all go crazy, which I do not need. It's the what they call the wheel of death going on over there. Stupid thing. Actually, I can turn those tabs off because I don't need those now. Just go back to this. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was like mid-sentence as well. Yeah, when that happens, everyone just started to go like quiet, and I was thinking, hang on, is this my head starting to play up? Midstream as well. Which, yeah, I've got the dog on my leg, so highly doubtful with that one, but
Can't you hear us?
I can now, but
Okay.
I couldn't back over there for a little while. I said I won't be using that to use emails. I don't think it particularly likes that.
Well, since you left, you had a commercial coming on, and we talked about government.
Again? Okay.
Yeah, this is a good commercial.
Is there such a thing?
What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, there is. It was a Guinness commercial.
Obviously, one question I was going to ask, obviously it's better for you anyway, but is that one of the reasons why you're into alternatives rather than going to a doctor because of the financial strain on you as well?
Who, me? Yeah. It is.
Okay. Well, that's a definite honest answer, but that's what I would ask because
I don't believe in like normal everyday medicine anymore. You know, like it's like the normal medicine, right? It's designed to kill you. Now, like I mean, you like I've told you the reason why before,
yeah,
and that particular reason is because of what I was doing to my mother. And now look where she is, you know?
Yeah.
So
I get you.
I said, screw that for the game of soldiers.
And Eddie's not saying that to scare the living daylights out of everybody. That's just what happened to his mum. And that's his own experience with the situation. It doesn't mean to say that everybody that takes prescribed medication is going to drop down. No, that's not what he's saying.
Exactly. I mean, it's my experiences, like of what happened to my family, you know. Like, and now they're no more. So
It's not all of your family though, but yeah,
well, the majority.
Yeah. One of my other questions over, which was going to be, is
but the rest of them, like they kind of parted ways because of what happened.
yeah, well, it's just like I've said before. There's always like one or two members of the family like are the glue that keeps the whole entire family together. And when that person either passes away or loses someone or whatever thing it is, then for a little bit you actually try and make it work, but until you work on your differences properly, it's not gonna work unless you're willing to put the actual work into it. And I can understand, during the grief process especially, it's not the easiest time to work on if you have differences within siblings and all of that as well. It's not the easiest time to work on it, but when it's not likely that you'd all want to go to grief counselling together and work on it, because that would have been a perfect time, but you weren't in a place to do that, were you, at the time? So
no.
I mean, it might be nice, eventually, if you and your other sister could do that later on and maybe work on it like that. And because counselling does work for some people and it does bring families and that together. It doesn't for some others. So until you actually try it and see. I mean, I'm a firm believer in counselling and talking through your problems and getting help that way.
Yeah,
it helped me out a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it helped me as well.
But also, this is another reason. Well, this is another reason why I'm doing a stream like this. There's two major reasons. Obviously, there is no real help in regards to getting help for counselling. That you have to pay for it through different sorts of charities and things like that, because it's not available through the social care section, because they've been scaled down financially so much, and it's just got worse and worse. Even though over here our national insurance went up quite a bit, but none of that went on to social care, which is my biggest gripe, because for one, it should have done, because it impacts a lot on the NHS as well, where you have got people that can't get sent home because there's no care in the community for them, so they get stuck in a hospital bed and take up that space for other people that could be using it.
Yeah.
If there was decent social care out there for everyone.
The more taxes they take, the less you get. Remember that.
It's been over the past over here. I mean, I don't know about Ireland or in the USA, but over here for the past, I would say, 10 years, that they've been scaling down the social care system so badly that it's on its knees.
Yeah, same.
All of it's on its knees.
Same here.
And I'm speaking from personal experience. It's not just me pulling numbers out my backside.
Yeah.
But isn't that funny though? Your leaders, they don't get bad health care; they get the best.
But,
We get shit on.
yeah, but social care isn't exactly health. It isn't. It isn't. This is where it gets a bit complicated.
Yeah, there's a grey
There's a
area.
massive grey area, and this is where the loophole comes into it, where our governments are basically not doing what they're supposed to. I mean, you will hear on like some media channels that people will come on and like beg for money for social care, and like the news presenters are basically, laughing in their faces. I think one I saw recently where a woman was on and she was saying that it's a 3-year wait for children to see somebody with mental stuff going on. I mean, 3 years is unacceptable. Because if you think if they wait that 3 years, what is going to happen to that child in those 3 years? Does it mean that they're going to be taken off the parent because then they will see that they're not getting the proper care that's needed? So they will be taken into care and then be provided maybe privately because the government will pay for it then.
Yeah, and then ruin a child. The government doesn't help anybody. It just makes it sound like they do.
I've got very strong opinions when it comes to the children and family side of social care.
Well, you know,
carry on.
Cool. Do you know, DJ, when I was younger, one family stayed at home while the other one worked. And we had insurance. The company paid for the insurance. We went on vacation. We had money in the bank. We didn't have a rich car, but we had a car, drive around with. A fairly good home. You know what I mean? But the government says, well, you know what? Let's keep these people busy. Let's get more taxes. Let's get the mother working. This way we can start controlling the kids because the mother doesn't know what's going on because she's too busy doing housework, working, outside her home. Her husband will be doing the same thing. And then we'll start doing 2 jobs on them. And then we'll take control of the kids in school. And this is the whole idea. As a kid today, if I was a child today, I couldn't handle it. I really couldn't. Because of what the government's doing to us. You know what I mean? You go to school, you don't learn nothing, you fight and you argue. There's drugs up the butt. In the United States right now, we got so much cartels, gang members here, it's unreal. Government knows about it. They don't care. They see what's going on.
And you know what happens when it gets too much for the person?
Final acts and all of that, which, it's not the answer.
It's not what's talked about, but it should be talked about.
I mean, I will do a stream on it, but it would have to be done very delicately because I don't want to upset anyone. But it is on the right.
How many times has it happened to a friend? Like many friends of mine,
People got to wake up. You can't be delicate about it. Either they accept it or they don't. That's all there is to it. Because in the bottom line, they're going to find out the hard way anyway. And they're going to wish it.
No, what I mean is on this platform, if you say it in a certain way, people can bring your channel down by flagging you with YouTube. If you say it because it's actually in the terms of, you have to word it in a way that isn't going to get people's backs up. Because it is a traumatizing subject.
Yeah.
Again, where's your freedom of speech? Where's your freedoms at? There you go, right there. Perfect
we haven't
example.
had freedom of speech for a long time, really.
Yep, that's right. That's getting worse. Get off the grid. If you can do it, get off the grid. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to make a segment with soon things start happening next year. If things work right, I want to make a segment how I did everything step by step. so people can follow the same way I did. They can see my mistakes, or they can see what I did right. You know what I mean?
There are a lot of like prepping channels out there. I mean,
Yeah.
our good friend Michelle was one of them. God rest her soul.
Yeah,
She had
she's a
some
good
good
girl.
ideas.
Hmm.
But it's easier in some ways, so for bigger countries to do that because you've got more room. Over here, we've got in so many people coming in here, you just don't really have the room to do that.
Same here.
And it's
Well,
just
if things work right,
worse.
I'll bring your butt over here.
It's getting worse by the day.
I'll bring your butt over here in America.
But I was like, asking. I mean, I may put in a freedom of information request to like all different countries and that to find out what their policies are about the Rona passports. Because I mean, I do want to do like a bit of traveling here and there, but because I can't have it, I don't want to be penalized for that. So, but I don't think doctors are allowed to give you letters to say that you're not allowed it. Like they weren't allowed to give you letters when all the mask things were in effect, because they're actually a lot of people are like saying on media now that that's going to be coming back into play.
And that's a joke.
But nobody really wants that.
And you know what's funny about? And you know what's funny about the whole situation, you two? Is the people that come into this country illegally, they don't have to do anything at all. So it's a fake. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in regards to the mask situation, it does actually say on the box that it isn't suitable for that use anyway. So it's like, why aren't people like reading the boxes? Because it does actually say that on the box, unless they've changed them. Why don't you come up here and join us, Marshall, when you get your medications and that sorted?
Yeah, I did give him a link about 2 hours ago. So
Come on up there, Marshall. I got medication for you. 50 booze. Me and you can sit here and talk.
Oh, it has to be brandy with him.
Oh, okay. Well, it's supposed to, yeah.
He's not allowed whiskey. Yeah, he has to have brandy, but I don't know.
Brandy's even worse.
But it depends on the person, though, doesn't it? Because some people turn into like demons on vodka, for example, and I don't mean like biblical demons.
I take both. Like I take both brandy and whiskey. So.
What, at the same time, or?
Oh yeah, at the same time.
How do they say it? When I was drinking, it didn't bother me, but it bothered everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, and especially that when your friend said what he said in Canada, my goodness me.
Yeah, that was good. I thought I was going to die that day. Yeah.
You all wanted to hide under the table.
Oh, me and my wife both. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was. I'll never forget that.
We're gonna when we see him next, we're gonna give him a gentle ribbon about that, but we're gonna be serious about it.
Oh.
I'll see how many Brits I can find, and then you can have a channel full of Brits, and then we're gonna like play a joke. We're gonna play a joke on him if you like.
Yeah, well, that would be good. Yeah, if I hear from him for a while. Yeah. Yeah, if I hear from him.
I'm sure we can find out like when he's around and that, and I will try and find as many Brits as I can on the night, and we will pull his leg a little bit.
Oh my God, that was a nightmare. I really thought I was going to be caught. I really did at the what do you call that damn thing?
Border.
Border, yeah, borderline. I thought for sure we were. Oh, I could just see me getting cattle progged. I went, mother freaker. Oh no, we were lucky.
I actually thought you liked a good prodding.
What do you think he takes with pistachio?
Now I know why the two buttons in the back of the pajamas are for. Wow.
Please don't be talking about backdoor situations, for goodness sake.
Well, I was just talking about what would happen if I got caught. You know, they decided to examine the car.
I don't think they'd be starting there.
DJ.
Yucking.
Goodness sake. Oh, bloody hell.
I never.
I think they would normally start with your passport. Say, hello, sir, how are you doing today? Do you have your passport? Not like grab you out the car and prod you like that.
Well, he'll show me a picture of myself. Mr. Wrights, come out of the car. Go in that back room.
Oh, I don't think they're bothered with back when they're just shoving the back seat of your car. Dear.
Well, as long as you don't say he wants pistachios, I'll be okay. Yeah.
Oh, these bloody pistachios. My goodness me. That was Lee that started that one off, wasn't it? Bosley.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you've heard of him lately.
Who's that?
Bosley.
No, not a thing. That's the truth. Nothing. Not a thing. Not at all.
So I asked you recently, didn't I? And
he came into my channel there recently. Like, I see when his rights went actually. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I left and he came in about a half an hour later.
Yeah, something like
that. Yeah, I had to take off. I had to drive somewhere. But no, I haven't heard a thing. When he's ready, he'll show up.
yeah, I just hope he's doing all right, you know.
Oh yeah, if he wasn't doing all right, I'd hear about it. You know, I would. He's probably doing better than I am.
It's just unusual for him to be this quiet for so long.
No, there's a lot of corruption going on in Florida at the moment. So, like, he's just crossing the T's and dotting the I's, etc., etc. You know yourself.
Yeah, he wants to get out of Florida. He does. He wants to go to Peru.
Yeah, he was saying that when he went on holiday there, didn't he?
Yeah.
A while back.
Yeah, he doesn't want nothing to do with the United States anymore. He's done with it. Yeah, he is. He's done with it.
I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about, you know, their countries and that, because it has changed a lot.
Yeah. Well, his wife's from Peru, and he went over there for 2 months, and he enjoyed himself. You know, she got to introduce the whole family. He says every day there's a family come on over. We know where they're at, and they love he says they love him. You know, and he enjoyed it. He really did. The fruits, the real processed food was out. You just pick a fruit, or you go to a fruit stand and just buy whatever you wanted to buy. You know, everything was just organic foods. You know, he says he loved it. His favorite drink was coconut water.
Yeah, he did say that actually, didn't he?
Yep.
Coconut water is nice, yeah.
I'm just trying to think of that. There was a recall on some of it, but I'm just trying to think where it was from. there was quite a few recalls on a lot of products from certain supermarkets and stuff, and one of them was coconut water, but I just can't think what supermarket it was from.
Was it made in China?
Bloody hell!
I was just asking. That's all.
Was it Sainsbury's or Asda?
I don't know. But all different supermarkets had all different recalls and things, which it's been on the rise a little bit. And another thing that has been on the rise, I mean, I don't know whether it's the same over in the States, but certainly is over here, about certain prescription items being actually, getting harder to get a hold of.
Yeah, that's happening over here as well.
My son-in-law and I were talking, was it Tuesday when I drove? Yeah, Tuesday. And he's talking about vitamin B12. And I says, yeah. I says, I know it. He goes, did you know they put arsenic in that? I says, what? He goes, yeah. He says, look up on the bottle. It's a different kind of words. Acid something, no, Nick, something. I forget what he said, but he says, yeah, it's in there. He says, I quit taking B12.
Oh, have you read what a certain individual in the chat put it? It's like, you want to, goodness sake.
Go on. What happened? Talk to me.
You read the screen.
The headrests.
Oh, there it is. Right there. Sorry.
Poking the fire.
Right. So you look at
No, poking the cigarette
when
lighter.
you're poking the cigarette lighter. Yeah, I get a charge out of it. It warms me up before I get ready.
No, I
It's a man.
I don't think you're getting what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Does it faze me? Nope. Not at all.
Okay, then. Break it down for me, then. What was he getting at? Break it down for me.
Well, right. All right. Pop it up again. Pop it up.
That could be one interpretation. I can think of a few others.
This is not fair. I can't see it. I got to go. Hold on. I got to go backstage.
It's all right. Look. I'll put it
Oh,
up on
Two Cools. Cool Tools. Okay, I see how you are, Two Cools.
Backseat rider, yeah?
Yeah, headset. Headrest, excuse me. In other words, do I make love to the...
No. Backseat riders, nothing to do with a headrest, but...
When you are poking the cigarette lighter. Yeah, I know what he's saying.
It's, I suppose it's his other way of saying, like, well, he's saying poking the fire, but it's stoking the fire.
Stoking or stroking?
Stoking.
Uh-oh, we lost her again.
No,
it was Eddie.
I heard his phone go in the back. I've got very good hearing. He had to take a phone call. It is fine. It happens.
Okay for you, Cool Tools.
Exactly.
Bad tool.
Oh, welcome back, Clint. How have you been? And yeah, have you seen many like pharmaceutical supplies be like under manufacturing problems, or you just can't get hold of it? Because I would have thought, in regards to Max and that, is she having difficulties with it, or because it's becoming a big problem with certain medications over here in particular. Oh, you haven't? Okay. That is strange. Whether it's to do with the cost, I don't know, or because I would say in the past 6 months, 6 items on my prescription list, I've had manufacturing problems with them. That's just been in the past 6 months, which is it's quite a lot when you break it down on the amount of people that get prescribed stuff in the country. Okay. So it's been okay for opioid drugs, but anything else? Okay. But those aren't specifically specialist. Any type of like specialist drug, like there was a problem with EpiPens for a while. And like certain things like diazepam, I don't mean like tablet form, but other forms where you can apply it. There are problems with that. Capsaicin cream has been out of commission now for 18 months already. And that keeps them going on and off, out of stock. There's been loads of problems with that. Lots of people on it for nerve pain and stuff. And there isn't a substitute for that either. It can be quite a bit of a pain in the backside trying to find alternatives when there isn't any. I'm glad she's okay with that though, because that would be a huge thing for her if she couldn't get hold of those, for instance. That would definitely be a hospital admission to deal with that if you couldn't get hold of them. But I'm glad she's doing okay in that. Whoa. Shit. How long ago was that? Yeah, I mean, I had trouble in regards to, I had to get mine, from the hospital because of the shortage, but mine, because of my epilepsy, it's a specialist 2 weeks ago. That was around the time when there was a mass shortage, but it was I don't think it was all. It was other applications that you couldn't take it with. Shit. That's the thing. And that's why I had to get it from the hospital, because of that reason. But there was no way I would risk ordering that off the internet. That is one thing I will say to people. Be mindful of when you're ordering medications and everything like that online. Make sure it's from a legitimate place and really do your homework. Didn't he? Okay. I will send the number again. Hang on. Because I did send it to him. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to have to do this after, because I'm going to have to turn my WhatsApp on my laptop. And if I do that, you're going to actually get feedback from that, because it doesn't like StreamYards for some reason. As soon as I finish the stream, I will WhatsApp it to him again, but I did give it to him before. But he can be forgetful at times, bless him. But it is what it is, isn't it? That's possible. I mean, obviously, they're actually blaming it. Well, some people are blaming it on Brexit of all the things, but the fact that, a lot of Europe are finding hard to get medications as well. So it's a worldwide thing, I think, to a degree, which is disgusting, really. This is one of the reasons, you know, why doing a stream like this today rather than, I wanted to do like a more light-hearted thing, but like I'm going to start going back to doing these sorts of streams like maybe once or twice a week, talking about, you know, subjects that people don't really want to be talking about, because, you know, and obviously, you know, getting people talking about it and stuff. But like what Eddie was talking about, bereavement, divorce rates, you know, stuff like that, you know, all different interesting things that, you know, have escalated and all of that in the past couple of years, which is a shame. But, you know, people just aren't really talking about it and how that affects families. And this is why they should be doing a lot more to help in regards to like mental health places, to actually help kids, teenagers, and also adults too. But there's just nothing really out there. And, you know, you wait for like an outpatient's appointment, you're waiting over a couple of years. It just shouldn't be like that. It's just a crazy situation, you know. I mean, instead of doing this, like spending all this money on the online safety bill that they're putting it out, why aren't they spending that money on social care instead, which is a lot more important and a lot more severe, in my opinion? So I think that online safety bill has so many like loopholes in it as it is. And Ofcom aren't exactly, they're quite a biased body. And I don't think they'd be up to the job of doing it. That's my own personal opinion of what I've seen of Ofcom and their performances and all of that. So that's okay, D. Johns. I will speak to you soon, my love. And it was nice talking to you the other day. And that was out the blue as well. So
See you, D. John.
Oh Jesus! Yo, I've got my headphones on. Wow.
Sorry about that. See you, D. John. Bye.
Bloody hell! My ears are ringing. I didn't know you was gonna start showing.
Sorry about that, DJ. Bye, D. John. I love you.
Oh, it was a very good conversation, and yeah, it was fun. You've got David Bowie full blast. Well, your sound system can't be that loud, otherwise everybody in the building would be complaining, wouldn't they? So your idea of full blast and my idea of full blast are totally different things, I think, Marshall. Oh, did you? So did I. Yeah, you want to like listen to that through a set of DJ headphones. Wow, he like blew my socks off, literally.
Sorry.
Oh, you're all right. Right. Why are you muted anyway? Just out of interest.
talking
I
to
would.
me?
No, I was just talking to myself.
Oh, I thought you're. Well, I can't see the messages if you're talking to somebody or not.
No, I said, why are you muted anyway?
Oh, so I don't interrupt your talking.
That's okay. You say what you want on it.
I'm just being a gentleman, you know. I mean, last time I talked to blew your ears out, so I didn't want to do that.
I was going to say, since when did that happen?
What? Well, my apologies for I didn't realize it was so loud on your earphones. My apologies on that.
Don't worry. I mean, it didn't wake the dog up or.
No, but it probably hurt your ears. And I didn't want to do that to you, you know.
I'm used to listening to a lot louder stuff than that, but it did make me bloody jump though.
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
Lucky I did have a mouthful of water at the time, because that would have gone all over the place.
Yeah. I'll be jumping down about 20 minutes, so DJ, I got to take off. I got to start my stream up, you know, in a while. So,
That's right.
yeah, about 20 more minutes I can have here. I got to get things together. You make things look so simple. Bang, bang, bang. You're on. Me, it takes me an hour just to make sure I did everything right.
But what is it? Do you think that you have a problem with? See, I mean, I can maybe like make you like a checklist to make things a bit easier for you if you like.
I'm going to tell you something. I know you're not going to believe it, but every time they download something on my computer or on my cell phone, they change something. Then I got to figure out what's going on. I was talking to Guru. Guru said, I can't hear you. I said, what? He still couldn't hear me. So I had to write to him. I said, hold on, let me figure. They changed my my headphones, and I had to put them back to pair again on my headphones. I went, son of a gun. It's just little things like that, aggravation they do purposely, you know. And I was used to everything, and every time they download now something changes either on my cell phone or on my laptop, and it's being done purposely because I do it so repetitious that I know something's changed. You know what I mean? I can do it by heart.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so they're definitely changing something on. They're moving things around on me. Is what they're doing, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
So yeah, you're actually blaming your tools, and okay.
Yeah, because it only happens when they download. You know, then I figure it out, and once I figured out something, when they download again, something else has changed. And I showed Guru that, you know, the difference. So yeah, there's something in the wind here.
By the way, Christina, Eddie doesn't take drugs, so do you want to like remove that comment yourself, or I'll do it for you? I don't mind you being in here, but knock it off. You know what you're doing, so knock it off now.
Let's see.
Right.
Let me have a good time with this. Hey, Christina, what a nice lady you are. So you want some hash yourself, girl, or what? I'm telling it for you. Hey, good shit, man. I'm telling you, right from the dog. Would you like it by the pound, or would you like it by the ounce? Comes with toilet paper, too, so you can wrap it up and smoke it. What do you think, Christine? It sound good to you, or what?
She'd probably like it by the kilo. Who knows?
Yeah. Talk to me, Christina. Tell me you love me, girl.
I don't know what it is about what she has with Eddie. I mean,
well, she wants Eddie's body is what she wants. Don't let her fool you.
Might well be. But that's between them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's kind of hurt right now. She's butthurt, so she's kind of trying to make him jealous a little bit by, you know, saying these things. Yeah. Come on, Christina. If you're nice, I'll give you Eddie's number here for free.
Well, like Marshall has said it perfectly. You get one chance in here, and you know if you mess up after we, you know, there's 3 of us now in here that have given you a warning. So you want to get blocked, then
she had a beef.
That is down to you. But if you want to stay in here and, you know, have the crack, we don't care.
Christine, let me tell you something, girl. Okay.
We're not on TikTok anymore, darling. So you know that is in the rear view. If you live in the past, you know it's going to twist you up inside. You know.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, there, Christine. Gannon don't fight with people. There's no doubt about it. The beef has to be with you, not him. You know. I mean, come on, girl. We know him very well.
Taking over the flat.
What the hell does that mean?
It's an Irish thing.
It must be.
Not that it like bothers me, or you know the fact that Eddie isn't even in the room at the moment. He's taking a phone call, so I don't know what you're bringing him up for.
You know, we got a lot of good content here, education, Christine. Well, it's your fault for opening your legs up. Not his fault.
Well, he hasn't got any kids. Eddie doesn't have children, so
No, she's talking about her kids. That Eddie and him, her did her thing, and
No, she said he. So he doesn't have children.
Yeah, I know, but she's trying to say that he and Christy did it together, and he's not paying his child support. But it's her fault for opening her legs up. Shame on her.
Oh, women are allowed to do that, right? Come on now, it's not.
Well, you know I am.
No, I know, but
When an opportunity opens up, I get right into it.
oh dear.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Goodness sake.
You're a dirty girl.
Who, her or me?
I can't blame it on myself. I look bad.
Oh, I can.
I have a mini Eddie. You see, I told you.
Yes, but you can impregnate yourself by using a turkey baster.
And you talk about me? DJ.
That is one way of impregnating yourself. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best way, but one way of doing
it. I love you, girl.
I'm just a logical thinker, and I think, hang on a minute, there's really one way to skin a cat, so to speak, but not that I'd ever skin a cat, but you know what I'm saying. Oh dear.
Oh, you're all right. You're good in my books, girl. I love you. I hate you too. You're all right.
I'm not saying that you milked him or any other animal, mammal, whatever on the planet.
You're killing me.
There are plenty of places where you can get legitimate content to do that. Because obviously using that would be a lot cheaper than getting it done like from medicals, because they charge you like through the roof for it. Don't do flat roofs either before you bring up flat roofs and all of that. My God.
You know what you should do? That you should do the turkey baster.
Well, they've been funny, but quite a few women actually use that.
Wow.
I have never used that, but quite a few people have, and it's worked with some of them, but
unreal. I've heard it all now.
Oh, you've heard nothing yet.
Wow. That is amazing. That's a hell of a visual. Wow.
I'm sure it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine like doing that, but each to their own, I suppose. But
Well, they should put a sound effects on it. Gobble gobble. I'm just saying, I'm just thinking beyond the box,
Obviously, those two things in the same sentence. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
bloody Americans!
Just call me a gobshite.
Yeah,
What the hell?
well,
That's
well,
okay.
No, it is.
Oh,
That's how relationships are most of the time. Like, well, with certain people it can be, I suppose. One minute you're right, the next, you're fighting, and then you're passionately making up, and then you're fighting. That's how some couples are, I mean, I don't see the point in that personally, because you just get through too many headache tablets, and I have to go through headaches naturally because I'm allergic to them, but it just takes too long to do it like that. So it's best not to have beefs in the first place, in my opinion.
it's not a bad idea. You know about that turkey baster? You could put a ring around that little hole there, on the end of the turkey baster. Marry the turkey baster. Huh.
Oh, there is no way I'm going to be doing a live stream about how to do this. Oh, for goodness sake!
I'm just saying, I'm talking about the other women that use it,
No, I think YouTube might have a few words to say about that one. Oh my days. Yeah, it could be a very educational stream, but no, I think I'll leave that one up to maybe somebody else, because I'm not doing it.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. I might do that on my YouTube. I'll have my turkey base, have a preacher marrying, a girl on a turkey baster. Put the ring on the end of the turkey baster. Do you take your turkey baster? Say I do. And you, turkey, do you take your woman? Gobble, gobble, gobble. Perfect.
Why is it always my live streams go left field very quickly? Oh, this is not on at all.
That's why I don't get subscribers. That's exactly why I don't get subscribers.
Oh, no. Oh, you were going well for a while, and then you know what happened and all of that. It was just nuts.
Oh yeah, well, I don't care for no subscribers anyway. I tell people on there, I don't want to subscribe, just want listeners. That's all. Care less about that.
Well, it's like I said to you, because of the content that you want to talk about, certain people, in regards to YouTube, would not allow it. So that's why I was saying, when I mentioned that online build to you, you nearly had a heart attack, didn't you? Because you knew nothing about it, and I would have thought it'd be talked about in the States. But surely that is going to affect you guys as well, because obviously it's going to be over here, then it's going to be, probably different wording, but the same document everywhere, because it's going to be censoring people, isn't it?
I knew that was coming up a year ago, so I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it, believe me. That's why YouTube's not my life. My life is my family. You know that.
Well,
plus I'm going to be busy next year anyway if things work right. So, and you're going to be seeing that on YouTube if I can do it.
Well, it depends what you want to do. And
well, how to buy property, what to watch out for property, what area I'm, about where I'm at in Michigan, building a home, putting solar panels up, being off the grid.
Oh, so
getting
you're
well
gonna
watered.
you're gonna have big headaches in regards to permits and all that. We've been
No, there's a thing called unrestricted land. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not, where they can't tax you.
Yeah, I would say this again. Eddie and I are good friends. We are not in a relationship or anything like that. Goodness sake.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, well, Christine is saying that because him and I are together or something. No.
Hey, Christine, you play your cards right. Maybe me and you get together, eh?
I'm sure
think,
your wife
Christine?
would love that, for goodness
Oh, yeah.
sake.
Yeah, shh, don't tell her I'm married. She might do.
Oh, you already said that earlier on.
Oh, did I? Oh, shoot. I ruined it for myself. Damn it. It's okay, Christine. We'll just do it under hush hush. Nobody knows about it but me and you.
And the whole of YouTube, you know.
Oh, is it on YouTube? Shit. I thought we were backstage. Damn. Well, forget about it, Christine. We tried.
No, it's not like that with Eddie at all. And I've said this enough times, and so is he. We are just good friends, and that is it.
You know, there are such things as friends. You know, you don't have to have a sexual encounter when a female and male, you know, they're just friends. You know, I don't know about your generation, but our generation, we're friends. That's it.
It's the same here.
Yeah. When a woman says no, it means yes. And if a woman says no or yes, it means no. Right, DJ?
I was just sorry that Marshall just put in the chat. And
What's she saying?
Sake. I'll put it on the screen for you. He's spelling just as bad as yours, actually. But can you read that? Actually, it'd probably be all three because his missus will pan him and lock him in the cupboard. And somebody would drive him across the Canadian border where we would get his friend to do exactly what he did before and say it in those exact same ways that, you know, when he wakes up that he will be on the border and take it from there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, balls. Hello.
Morning.
You all right?
All right. Vix.
How are you doing?
All good in yourself?
Not bad. Not bad. So what on earth was all that about last night? I mean, that was nuts.
Like what?
Oh, that stream last night, that was nuts.
It wasn't that nuts, was it? Nuts and bolts. And ball bearings.
Yeah, don't forget the ball bearings are highly important.
Exactly. Smooth ride, isn't it?
Yeah, but like the actual answer that come after that from the other side, I mean,
what? What do you mean?
I take it. Well, I didn't hear it all myself. I've heard a small amount of it, but yeah.
Heard what?
Well, you must have heard what come out of his mouth tonight.
Who's
surely?
friend?
You know who I'm talking about.
Is that Torval?
One of his names, yeah.
Oh, that's one of the prick.
Well, you can say what I'm not gonna be saying words like. because
Is that my what's it called profile picture? Hold on 1 second. I'll take my profile picture off. There you go. Sorry about that. Immature
no,
bastard.
it's not that. I'm because of what happened before. I'm just being careful because it's like I said, the police are looking at everyone's channels at the minute, so I'm being cautious for obvious reasons.
Is that your dog, Vix?
It is, yeah.
What's his name? Or her name?
That's Leo. That's my
Nice.
That's my working dog.
How old is he?
He's 7 now.
Nice. He's a nice looking dog, isn't he?
He's a beautiful. He's the same breed as Steve's, but he's 75% bull mastiff.
Nice. That's quality. And what's the rest of it?
I don't know. I only saw the mother when I picked him up from the charity and that. So
Nice. That's what it's about, isn't it?
I said you'd get one warning. You come in here. No, sorry, Joey, I'm not talking to you. You come in here like with comments like that.
You on the move. Oh, Christina Croy.
Can you like stop bringing up dogs? Because for one, that is out of order, and
He's a lovely dog.
no. I know I would never abuse an animal, but he came out with lots of things about animal abuse and all kinds of nasty stuff. Which
animal abuse isn't acceptable.
No. I know that, but can we not tap on that, because it's a subject which gets people like really like annoyed, which it annoys me in particular, because animals are innocent. They haven't got a voice for themselves, and it's the same as children. You wouldn't bring them up, so
you don't bully children or kids or dogs. You don't give dogs kicks in the ribs.
So it's possible that he's doing that. I don't know, and I really don't care in that way.
Oh, how was your trip? What's it called? How was your trip?
How's the what?
How was your trip on the train?
Which one? I've been on a few trains recently. When I went down to Brighton, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't the smoothest of journeys because there was some. I was trying to get some information from the guards, and I think somebody done something stupid on the train line. I don't really want to be a bit more descriptive than that, because
something stupid ended our life, Eddie. Sorry,
something like that. So
trying to commit that.
I don't know whether they succeeded or not, but it made a lot of issues on the trains that day. So I had to detour, and it's a pain in the backside, but it added quite a bit of time on my journey, and I'd go via another station, which I didn't really want to do, but got there. But so it wasn't initially about that. I went down there for other reasons.
Yep. For personal reasons, yeah.
Well, it's about my mum, so that's the reason I was there.
Is she alright?
No, she's in heaven.
Oh, may she rest in peace.
Oh, I'm sure she's doing just that, but because I've got family down there, and was hoping to see my brother, but he's working away, so that didn't work out. But at least I did what I needed to do, and other things, obviously, which everybody knows about. But
did you take a walk on the beach?
No, didn't have time.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Oh, I'm going to go down soon, and hopefully see some of my family and friends when I go down, because I didn't have time because of the train hold-ups and everything else. But
shit.
when I go down there again, obviously I can do that.
You should, yeah.
Well, you guys turn around and I want you guys to like have this straight now. You say this other person lives in Brighton. He does not. He lives, quite a few towns over. So when I say I'm going down to Brighton, I'm not like going down to his doorstep. It's like
no,
miles and miles and miles
just
away.
the beach. Just the beach. That's all I cared about. Once you're having a good time, down there. Vix.
It was what it was, And what the heck is that in here?
Lads, come on, give up. What the fuck am I reading? What the actual fuck? And what's this?
Well, I'm getting rid of that comment for a start because that is not on. Tank, be respectful. I mean, that's about rights his daughter, for goodness sake. And you know my channel rules by now. Do not bring people's families into stuff.
Who was that? Who was that?
Tank.
Who was Tank?
You want me to say his name on here? I said I wouldn't.
Go on, you may as well.
You ain't right.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'm okay. I can handle Tank. Tank ain't nothing on me. He's just a little kid. I was just gonna ask him how much is his buddy pay him to have sex with him?
Oh dear.
How are you doing, Rich? How are you keeping tonight?
How you doing, sir? Are you doing good today?
All good, all good. Can't complain.
Great to hear from you. Really. A long time.
I know.
It's been a few weeks, isn't it? But
it has been just greasing them ball bearings, just keeping it grounded.
I'll tell you.
We have to keep them greased,
I'll tell you something.
Already.
Even though I'm half Irish, I wish I could talk like an Irishman like he does. He speaks perfectly good Irish English. He sounds great. He does. I wish I could have that language.
What are you trying to say?
You got good language. You really do.
He's saying he likes your accent.
Yeah.
A very long-winded way of saying it.
I thought he was being cheeky with me.
No, he's not.
No, I'm half Irish. I'm half Irish.
He's half and half like me. So I don't have an Irish accent, obviously.
No, this is no joke. I do. I wish I had your accent, really. Very good.
Yeah, he likes the English accent as well. He said so before.
Come on. No, you can't do both.
No, I know, but it is what it is, isn't it? But he heard mine first, and then he started to hear the Irish accents that were coming over here, and he was like, oh my goodness, like that, because he likes it, but he can't understand what you're saying sometimes. So I have to, translate for him.
You know who who has the best accent?
Who has the best accent? Oh, in regards to like what, strength or
strength?
Because it depends from where you're from in Ireland, doesn't it? To how strong your accent is.
Tell him I'll trade your accents. Really, I would. I love that language.
You would.
You want to start learning Gaelic? That'll blow your mind.
Where did you go?
I mean, I'm going to learn. I mean, when I meet up with my dad, he'd probably teach me it and all of that. So
yeah. Where's your dad from?
From the north, I think. But
really? Nice.
Well, hopefully I will find him and take it from there, innit? But he may have passed on already. I don't know. But it is what it is. But
you get more, what's it called, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
possibly, if he's got more children. I mean, I don't even know whether he knows about me yet. This is what I've got to do this delicately, you know. Because my mum didn't tell me until towards the end, and she's been cryptic and that, and very cryptic indeed. And for somebody that is losing their mind and they're being cryptic about it, and all of that is difficult.
Yeah, it is. I'd say it's hope.
And then I did one further by getting DNA from different members of the family. So that's how I know for damn sure. But it is what it is. But
Right, for vets, where are you from? Hello?
right?
Me? I'm sorry.
Where are you from?
I'm sorry. I was I was writing something here. I'm over here in Michigan. I'm by Detroit.
Nice.
By Detroit?
8 Mile. 8 Mile.
No, I'm very close to 8 Mile Road. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was born and raised in Detroit.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Detroit.
Very close to 8 Mile. I can almost spit on 8 Mile Road.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Beg your pardon?
It's a thing though, isn't it?
I didn't hear what he said. Oh yeah, I'm about 5 miles from there, headquarters of General Motors.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
His country, his part of the country, and what you were saying about yours when I spoke to you last, or was it the time before? I can't remember because we've spoken a little bit, you know, in a short space of time over a few streams about what's going on in your country, and it's happening over there as well. That you know, our country's getting decimated.
What a goddamn gardeners.
It's a shame what's going on right now. It is. It's a damn shame. And the bad thing about it is, I defended this country for nothing, for what I thought was freedom and democracy.
Where did they go on the tour?
I went over in Germany in the Vietnam era. They gave me orders to go to Nam. They canceled out. I'm a 13 Bravo, cannon cocker, 105 howitzers.
What did you do there?
Shooting cannons, 105 howitzer cannons, blowing up mountains, practicing, showing people how to use them.
And now he probably wants to learn, you know, teach people how to shoot people out of cannons, maybe.
Yeah. Too much. He said Michelle Obama had a bigger. You're right, Christine. That's true. That's a very true thing. All right, everybody. I got to get myself going. I got to start my stream up. DJ, thank you so much. Sir, it was nice talking to you again.
Send the link in there.
Right.
Okay.
You haven't. Have you actually set up your stream yet, right?
I know. I got to get things ready. Sir, you wouldn't want my stream anyway. I talk about the government, and we talk about 8 to 12 hours.
I'm in Germany myself now. I emigrated to Germany.
I was over
2 years ago.
Yeah, I was over in Stuttgart.
No, he's not doing that. For goodness sake.
No, I'm in Berlin at the moment.
He might want some quiet time with his missus before, but it does take him a while to.
Oh, Christy, you're such a tease. You are such a tease, Christy. I love a girl like that. Oh, you're such a Chris. Oh, yes. I will. I'll say hi to your dog, Jane. I will. Don't worry about it. Your dog's okay.
Who's Jane Doe?
Jane Doe is my daughter.
Lovely lady.
Mm-hmm.
A lovely lady.
Yeah. And Tank.
She's very intelligent and lovely.
And Tank is just a person that tries to get my goat, and he's not going to do it because he and Art are in love with each other. And what Tank does is he gets on the prone position, and Art takes over on him. So we already heard about Art and Tank. What they do? Oh, you should believe what he goes after little boys like Tank. All right, everybody, have a good one. You be good, everybody. I got to get myself going, honestly.
Right. Where's Tank?
Tanking.
Who's that? Text me in the group chat and see. Oh, they're chatting to see who it is.
Oh, these
No,
are just kids.
Confused.
They don't mean
no,
nothing.
I actually know who it is, and I said that I wouldn't say, and I mean it.
Who is it? Come on, text it
No,
and
no,
then
no, no,
chat
no.
out with it, please.
I actually said I wouldn't say, and I'm a woman of my word. If I say that I won't do something, I won't do it. But
And because of her, I know the guy's name anyway. So, but I'm not going to say it either. But don't worry about it. The guy ain't worth it. He ain't worth it at all.
you actually worked it out yourself, so
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
just
that
yeah.
I told you. You
He's not
worked
worth.
out yourself.
He's hilarious. I tell you. You too, Christine. Have a good one, dude. All right, everybody. I had to kick off, and thank you, DJ. You, sir.
I'm gonna finish the
My
stream
name is
anyway.
Jerry, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, you be good. It was nice talking to you again. Have a good one.
I'm gonna finish this thing because I've got a video premiere in 15 minutes anyway, and you might want to watch it. You might not, because it actually brings up stuff which is relevant to shut somebody up, today about certain things. Because I actually said that I'd been talking about this through my channel for quite a while, and he said that I only went down to Brighton because of him. No, that wasn't the reason. And I was.
Oh, that's who Tank is it?
No. No. Tank and I are fine. Yeah, I don't have issues with him per se, but.
Oh, the other person.
Yeah.
The hashtag, what's it called? Buried in Brighton. Hashtag Jamaican4.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, oh my goodness. that was a mad thing to be about. And
one.
It is what it is, and I think it was a bit silly of Steve to have done a stream in that way, but that's just my opinion. And
what's
pretty much. Pardon?
Being a solicitor and whatnot.
Being a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's certainly got his fingers in a lot of pies, hasn't he? Got all these jobs. He's the CEO of StreamYards, a lawyer, a labourer, a decorator.
Dark Horse, him.
Sure.
Many, what's it called? Ventures, you know what I mean?
Well, you need a few to keep your mind occupied, but having that many, my goodness me. But, I just think, he could have worded that stream a lot better than he did, because he's just given him more ammunition. The one yesterday. The one yesterday.
Who was on that one?
Well, you were. I mean, I was only in the chat, but I didn't see it from the start. So, when he came in to sort of like say hi and all of that, and I've just been like dragged into all this now, and it's like, for one, I didn't go on a panel. I didn't really say anything about it. I was just saying hello to people like who were in the chat, really, and that was basically it.
That's how manipulative he is, He's a very manipulative person.
But the thing is, if he was saying the truth, I'd be fine with it. But the fact that he's not saying the truth, that's where we will not, see eye to eye. Because I like people that are truthful. And he certainly isn't, so. Sorry?
That's the truth.
It is.
Are we gonna have a battle?
Pardon?
Are we gonna have a battle to see who has the best lawyers?
A battle. I haven't got time tonight, but I'm going to be going live probably in a few days anyway, so we can maybe have like a fun stream then or something.
Who's Tank?
I'm not telling you who exactly he is, but I know, and he knows I know. So, because I've even been accused of being Tank, and definitely not me. Because
I think it's.
Sorry?
I think it's what's his name?
Oh, you said Jumbo before, didn't you?
That's him.
No, it's not. But we leave it there.
Or Tonkin?
It's certainly not him either. But that's it. You got two. You've had two guesses now, and they're both wrong.
But rumor has it it's been what's it called? Who's this one?
Well, rumors aren't true, are they? Truth is true, and
truth is, it's PD.
Oh, everybody wants to blame PD. No, PD is a lovely guy, but
it's PH, isn't it?
You could go through every single YouTuber, and you think I'm gonna, when I've actually said I'm not gonna like say who it is, even though I know who it is. I'm not doing it.
It's me.
You can blame it on yourself if you want. That's your prerogative, isn't it? You know.
No, it's me.
Sure, of course it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got this premiere starting in literally. I've got to like, get ready for which you can see it's scheduled. It's not like I'm like just, saying this and like running. It's scheduled for that time. So when I go live next, we can do like an open live or something.
When are you going live?
I've got a premiere video which is like it's not a live stream like this. It's you can talk in the chat, but it's not a live like you can talk in StreamYard because it's like a pre-recorded video. But
what's your what's it called opinions on Ukraine?
Ooh, I think that he's. Oh, this is a difficult question to answer. I think possibly they could both come together, and
I think
if they had the right president in the States, for example, that could mediate that, they could sort that out without there being any kind of war. And I think they would if it can be negotiated. What do I think of what?
It's a proxy war, you know. The Americans are using Ukraine to push the EU and Russia into war, and then the Americans will step in to get involved.
It's all about getting substances out of that area. I know all about that, but there is a. I don't mean drugs or anything like that. I mean like minerals.
You know.
It's not a drug. It's not a drugs war, for goodness sake. There's enough drugs in America as it is.
No, there's not.
Jesus Christ. I think there's enough drugs everywhere, isn't there, as in illegal ones? Goodness sake. There isn't like prescription ones, obviously.
Ban all them. Ban all of them. Ban all the prescription drugs. They're the ones that kill people.
Well, if you take enough of them, any drug can kill people. If you think of it like that. So,
what's your opinion on?
What's my opinion on? In what way? Because I think doctors should be very careful in prescribing them and not doing it so frequently, and to offer different treatments first, and definitely for people to have counselling.
People need therapists, you know what I mean, and all of that shit.
Yeah.
Before they're getting prescribed that bullshit, they dumb you down. That's just what's it called, population control method. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's why I think getting proper help, as in counselling, and that there isn't money over here anyway to have all that done, but for all the people that need it happening to. So,
Like Does your dog get does your dog get you what's it called? What's it called? Your mail and whatnot?
No, I don't let him do that because the amount of slobber that comes out of this dog, he would saturate the mail. So I'd say no to that one. But he does lots of things, and he does enough for me, which is good in regards to like my seizures and that. So he warns me about them. And
seizures?
Yeah, I'm epileptic. He gives me up to an hour's warning. If my breathing gets too low, he'll get the ambulance crew here. He knows the difference. He's a smart dog.
How does he do that? Does he talk on the phone?
No, he presses the button with his paw or his nose.
Nice. What's his name?
Leo.
Oh, Leo, yeah. I thought it was Scooby-Doo or something.
He may look a bit like Scooby-Doo, I suppose, but no, he's definitely not. I'm literally going to jump over to sort out my next video, but I'd say when we go live next, you can all jump over, we can have an open live and see where it goes.
Am I always welcome to your screen, yeah?
As long as you behave yourself.
Okay,
I do have channel rules, and if people follow...
Can I grease the ball bearings a bit?
So they always need to be greased, you know that.
Too right.
The rest of you have a good morning, and so I'll be live in a couple of days or something.
Free the tapes.
Goodness sake. Have a good evening, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.